Great use of the word sloughs.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Well, ever since Al got done up for tax evasion, he's kind of hard up to find.
A
So
little bit.
I was able to pick him up on Fiverr pretty easily.
Do people still use Fiverr?
Did you level up?
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
We should all be 3rd level now.
Yes. Should all be.
Oh, I'm at 26. I'll dial it back.
I should probably.
Yeah,
Read
the
the
SIP was
module.
brain.
Yeah.
I don't know. You said you were winging it last time. You did a pretty good job.
I'm gonna be winging it quite a bit today.
Dude, that picture, legendary. I love
I
that.
climbed right up on my leg when I was up to take a picture of him.
That's great. Zane, when are you not waiting on a guy?
What am I not waiting on?
Yeah, when are you not waiting on a guy? You're always waiting on a guy.
I'm waiting on people all the time. I'm busy. I'm a busy boy. But my friend Patty is going over to the gym to clean barbells and stuff today.
Gotcha.
I wanted to go show him what to do or how to kind of do it, but it's fine.
Don't manage. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
there he is right there.
Speaking of Ginger Devil, when he's out here, it's back. Damn. Did he also bring you a plant?
Yes.
That seems like Daddy.
That's nice. The tall man brought you flowers. The amount of third-party books coming out, I can't even keep up with them. I'm not buying.
You talking about the D&D Beyond app?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just advertises a new book to you every time you open it up.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I bought a couple of them because I thought they were cool. Like, I bought the ones from Dungeon Dudes and stuff like that, but I'm not going to buy all these. It's
You
nuts.
bother fucking around with it.
Anybody read Dungeon Crawler Carl?
No?
I have
don't
that
think I
loaded
have.
up on my Kindle, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay. I'm not sure about it. I haven't even read it.
I'm told that the second and third books are great, that they're better than the first one, so
Okay.
take that with what it is, but you've probably read a lot more than I have.
I haven't read any.
Okay, I just have seen the cover and I'm like, this is supposed to be good, I guess.
I need a new read, so.
They updated more rules. That's fun. I wonder what changed this time. I just update it and then play what they tell me.
That seems like the right move.
Oh God! I thought I deleted my character. I'm like, oh no!
It's gone!
I just forgot their name. It's been so long. There we go.
It breaks my heart that you don't use that unfolded when you play D&D.
I could,
Yeah.
but I only have 33% battery. I have to like make sure I don't kill my phone. But it is useful. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I brought my extra one. Sometimes I bring my extra one.
Extra phone.
An extra battery. No, I'm not bringing my work phone. You guys don't want to deal with that. This is a safe place. No adulting.
The only person that has my personal phone number is my team lead, and he knows not to call me outside of work. Unless something's literally on fire.
Good. That's how it should be. I don't give my personal number out from work until I no longer work there. Like, I'll be friends with people from work, I'll hang out with them, all that stuff, as long as I'm not working there anymore. Like, even if I get along with them great at work, you are friend zone, work friend zone. Because otherwise, you piss somebody off and then they start drama behind the scenes, and ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, I got it.
That's a solid plan.
Yes.
Does anybody need a pen?
No, actually.
Okay.
All digital today.
Is that a?
Just,
Do you have wood on the back?
just, yeah.
Dude, you can woody whack with your phone. That's awesome. All right.
Did I use up all my potions? I think
You
I
gave
did.
them to me.
Yeah.
You let me use them because I was dying.
Then
So
you
yeah,
gave
I
it
think
away.
we might have one left, but I don't think we have more than
I
that.
don't think we do. Yeah.
So much to do about it.
Do you have the good bricks?
Listen to all this ado. Some kind of wackadoo.
The more toasted they are, I don't know what it is, but the more flavor you get out of them.
Yeah.
Anybody need a figure? You guys good?
I could always retoast more Ritz.
Need my 10. Yeah.
They're be toasted. looks
Did you
clericy.
tell me?
Oh wait, actually I did forget my figures.
Is it directly
Oh,
equal
which
to
ones you
Soul
like?
Eater?
Help yourself.
Did I just hear that?
They like cross.
Big blonde guy.
I was listening, like, he gets graded at the end. I'm like, what?
Think.
That one looks good for your character, actually.
We're completely off this map now.
Okay. Well, I'm
You
still here.
escaped the house.
That's true. He wasn't here last session, so we just left the fighter. House is on our way.
Guys. Oh, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, so
We'll
the
play him
house.
stuck in a house that runs away.
Yeah, so like all the shutters and stuff like flapped open and like the windows like turned into like giant eyeballs that kind of just looked around and like locked on you guys.
Oh.
And then they all closed. The house like let out like a weird scream kind of thing, and it's like shifted away, and then after a little bit it tilted up on one side and tentacles like kind of came out of
That's
it,
cool.
That's a nice
and it
dramatic
just
figure. Let's use
went
it.
off on its own, leaving you behind, leaving you all away, leaving behind a little fruit basket with a note in it.
Was that what
From
all this
Stra-
stuff is?
No, so that was inside the building. That was underground before the all the chanting and stuff was like coming from that room, and like there was like a sacrificial altar in the middle with a dagger on it.
Remember
And when they were in there, the chanting changed from "He is the ancient, He is the land" to "One must die, one must die," and then when somebody left the pedestal, it caused that whole like cacophony of the
That would be
creature,
me.
like this giant creature came out of that like corner over there. And that was the flesh mound, and it was inside the flesh mound. Like when it opened up to like try and devour Jake's character, inside of it was a beating heart shaped like baby Walter.
Oh.
And when it died, he was able to pull him out, and that you guys escaped with baby Walter.
We almost got iced by doors on the way out, though.
That's true.
That was terrifying. It's like you get through all that, and then Zane's like, "I have like a one last trap for you." Doors.
It was there.
It was then
Not
they
the
knew.
doors.
Fuck up. There.
Yes. Finally, in all of its glory.
Might need an alcohol wipe, but yeah, it's good to go. I have 2 extra batteries, but I only have the cord for 1, so that should be fine. I don't think we're gonna be going too crazy tonight.
You ever game on the unfolded screen?
What's that?
You ever game on the unfolded screen?
Yeah. It's nice. Although I've got the Steam Deck, so I'll usually game on that if I have an option.
No, that's true.
I'd probably mostly use that for Hearthstone, although that is also the only mobile game I play.
Yeah. I only play the Earth something or another. It's just a card game.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was connected.
Eternal card game is all it's called.
What about Belatra?
The Eternal card game.
You had mentioned that. I saw it on Steam. I've never played it.
Oh.
So I've
Do
never
you like
given it a shot.
roguelites? Do you like roguelites?
Yes.
You'd like Belatra then.
Yeah.
It's a roguelite card game.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
Is it complicated? Is it magic-like, or is it?
No.
No?
It's poker rules.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like.
But you got to build combos based off of things that different jokers do in your hand.
Okay.
And the further you go in the game, the more combos and other things you build up. And like different specialty cards will appear in your hand. All this other stuff. Then there's special rules for discarding and redrawing and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's basically it. It's super basic. But you have to know how to organize your combo so that way you can get really, really good chip scores.
Mhm.
The higher the chip score, the better you do.
Do you like open up new cards by getting a higher chip score? Like, is there a way to improve?
So you also get money too in between rounds,
Mhm.
which you use to spend on packs to either pick up different jokers or different buffs or different card modifications or regular cards even to
Okay.
add to your hand. So you
So
could
that's
have
the roguelike version of it.
you
Right.
could have
Okay.
5 of the same type of king in your hand, like stuff like that.
So.
So you build
There's no
royal
suits like
flushes,
that?
flushes, suits, yeah, all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the regular suits are in there, but you can like eliminate cards or change cards into different suits just to be able to make it easier to create poker hands.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
You said that like a straight requires only like 4 cards instead of 5, that sort of thing. That's one of the jokers.
Noted.
Did you win?
No, it's 7 o'clock.
Oh.
Oh, is your clock chime? That's, yeah, that makes sense.
So here you guys are in the middle of the road, where a house once sat, by yourselves, with a gift basket of fruit and a card that expressed an invitation to Castle Ravenloft, signed by Strahd Zarovich. It had an ink stamp. It had like a stamp seal in it.
Like a signet.
Yeah, Barovian royal seal. Alright, so
We've got a pretty clear idea of where to go to get to Ravenloft. In the first place, like a general direction. At
So, you remember which way on the road you came? The road just keeps going.
least. Okay, roughly.
So you guys could keep following the pathway. Somebody's dropping something off here for me in a second.
do you remember a jewelry box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on in! Just open up! Yo.
How's it going?
Good.
Sorry, this is a good time. I can just leave this here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, cool.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, have a good night, guys.
You too.
Discussing how to destroy the world.
I don't
Well,
know
for
the
meat and
character
cheese,
real
I've heard worse. Damn it, that sauce is not bad. But you can
I'm sure it's well formatted for the wider screen now.
Yeah, because like before I could see all of it in one thing, and this one is just. I feel like an old man.
Yeah.
Just increases the font.
Might be better to use the website when it's open.
I hadn't thought of that actually.
I'll format itself better for that. Yeah.
I might try that.
Okay. So
Make perception checks.
everybody.
Yes, everybody.
Yeah.
Touch my body.
Where?
Where's the baby? Oh,
Okay. 19.
Judy's house.
that's right.
12.
I don't remember if I have a bonus to perception, so
How do I?
I really hate that it backs out of my character sheet every time I come saves.
Yes, that's annoying.
14.
D&D Beyond, please.
They are still improving it.
Okay, yep. So 19.
19. Okay.
There's a flat, so 19.
Anybody that got over 18,
Nope.
18 or higher, right? For the first bit, you hear what sounds like in the distance, coming from the way you had been. The sound of hooves sounds like it's coming off in the far distance.
Okay, are we on the road right
You
now?
are on the road right now.
Okay.
Want to branch off?
You're kind of in like a clearing because where the house was kind of had like a bit of an opening with some like rocks kind of around the road that you're on. The road is actually like made. Like it's actually like a traveled,
it's not like a
maintained
two
road.
track,
Yeah.
but-
This you guys kind of ended up on here through the forest. It kind of widened out. But like a very clear road heads off in one direction, and a rough hewn road comes from the way you came. But you can hear that coming from back the direction you've come from, as if it's approaching. There are trees and there is foliage and like dense forest around that you could run off to. That's like 30, 40 feet away.
Yeah, that's my first thought there. So I'm going to throw up a hand. The horse is approaching really fast, coming from that way. I think we duck into the tree line and see who they are when they come by.
Yes. Maybe like a fowl and duck.
Yeah. Anybody who got a 14 or higher,
That's terrible.
I did.
can start to
I
hear
managed that one.
the sound as well.
Okay.
See, I told you.
Alright, let's get to the tree line.
Okay, so we're going to hustle in there and yeah, I don't know how much time we've got, but I think if it's like a matter of even 30 seconds, Gerhardt would be hurriedly sticking little bits of like
You can
branches and
imagine.
stuff in the
You can
beginning of that.
imagine maybe a couple minutes,
Oh, okay.
Minutes.
at the most.
Yeah, I've
Maybe
heard
a minute to two.
Heard that from a ways down the road. Okay, yeah. So I've basically like improv camouflaged
Yeah.
myself and set.
Yeah,
down
you
and pushed.
you heard it very well.
With the effect just being like a top hat covered in leaves.
Do
that
you want to make a
push.
stealth? Do you want to make a stealth check with advantage?
Sure.
Since you're trying to purposely guise yourself, you can
Yeah.
all do so to make. If you're all hiding with them, to make a stealth check.
Everybody else is just out in the open.
Yeah, I'm just hiding behind a tree, nothing fancy.
That's
Oh,
a 12. That's,
13.
You said advantage.
Yeah, do it with advantage.
Yeah.
You're purposely trying to doctor yourself up here.
Okay, 14.
Okay.
Net 20.
Nice.
Plus 6.
Excuse me.
That's a man
19.
that's gonna get to retire.
Nice, man. One
It's
day.
actually not my retirement.
It's never gonna be
Oh,
retirement now.
Twist.
I'm saying you're gonna live to retire.
All right, so you guys have hit off into the foliage of the distance of the trees here, and you can still see the road from where you're at. The fog isn't so dense that you can't see anything, but a black horse comes up in the distance with a skeleton rider carrying a scythe and a lantern in the other hand, like a scythe in one hand and a lantern in the other. Comes down the road, and the skeleton like kind of has like bits of armor on the upper body, but like the rest of it's like a cloak that's kind of frayed and just flowing off behind the horse in a very long fashion as it just goes. And it's just, there's nothing adorning it, but it's very clearly like it's just a skull like riding off like on the top of this horse heading down.
Does it look like it's clearly looking for something, or is it just traveling?
It looks like it might just be traveling, the speed at which it's moving.
Yeah.
But it is holding out a lantern too, a lit lantern. So it's kind of hard to tell what it is doing without it having eyes.
Yeah. do we
Face.
see a head going back and forth, or is it just focused ahead?
Seems like it's just focused
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, I'd be perfectly content to let that go by.
Yeah, same.
After a little while, it fades off a ways, heading down the road. The only
Want
path.
anything to do with that?
Yeah.
You don't
But
see
about
that
that
every
bush.
day.
Well, I'm glad we got an encounter with the copper store Grim Reaper.
So sorry.
We continuing down the road?
Yeah, let's continue.
Gentlemen, we've got an invitation from the ruler of the land. Let's head on.
Got places to be.
People to see, people to do.
Things to see, people to do.
Mhm.
That sounds like a Mel Brooks line.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Probably Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
No, I've got things to see, people to do. Wait, strike that, reverse it. Willy Wanker.
You're right. It does kind of sound like that now. That would be a Mel Brooks line, wouldn't it?
Okay, so
It's
as
a
we
national
toddle
treasure.
on down the road, still in the natural darkness, I'm assuming the way is still really foggy. Yeah? Or-
Is the fog getting thicker?
It doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
But as you guys continue on, you hear what sounds like a river coming from a ways off ahead of you. You don't know where, but it's somewhere north, or well, I guess in your general direction, the way you're headed. And as you continue down the road, while it's hard to tell how late in the day it is because of the fog, it might be getting relatively late at this point. You guys feel like you've been walking for quite a while. The river sound, while it does seem to get louder, you still see no river anywhere nearby. So you know there's one somewhere, but you're not sure how much further down the road, or if it's the road is following the river parallel in the forest. But you know there's one somewhere.
If we touch the ground with our hands, bare hands, do we feel any vibrations?
Would a river be giving off like some sort of vibration?
Well, if it's this underground river, if it's flowing water underground, that's
okay,
what I'm
okay, gotcha. You can make a perception check, sure.
Nat 1, I can't find the ground.
It's a little difficult, but I don't think the river is anywhere nearby.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Immediately in dice jail with that one.
Oh wait, don't you get inspiration?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Inspiration
true.
for
Thank you.
that one.
I totally forgot about that.
Thank you for reminding us.
Well, says he can't find the ground.
Yeah. I don't. Never mind.
If I have foreknowledge of what he's doing, I'm like, well, shit. I guess we'll never know.
Well then, as you continue, eventually it appears that the sun is going down at this point, and it is getting relatively late. There's still nothing in sight. You've just been following a road the whole time,
Yeah. Now we've got nothing in either direction.
and no lights, no nothing.
Sense there's a river somewhere near, but
Mhm.
no discernible features. Okay, so then
It's getting
yeah,
it's getting dark,
Then we
and you can't really hear much besides the river.
We could send one person east, and assuming the road's going north and south, we can send one person east, one person west, and see who hears the river getting louder, and that'll give us a directionality to where to go.
So I like where you're coming from, but how about we partner up and send 2 people east, 2 people west,
Done.
so nobody's out there alone. Because right,
Yes, we are not Scooby Doo. That's true.
Mochi, what do you think we should do?
Chin pets.
yeah.
Eternal chin
I
pets.
got a couple little claw pokes in the hand because I stopped that.
Pay tribute to
Yeah,
the beast.
exactly. You don't. You stop touching him. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
You don't know your role, good
Is
sir.
there a reason why you quit?
bitch, you thought.
Right.
It's
You
alright.
guys gonna split up then?
Yeah, I think 2 and 2.
We'll stay within sight, though. Eventually, we'll see. Eventually, it'll sound like it's getting further away or louder. We should be able to do that within sight.
That checks out. So we're gonna go out, probably like a half hour's walk into the woods in either direction, pairs,
So,
and then
yeah.
meet back in the middle and make camp.
So like to the right side of your road, the majority of that area is pretty much flat, grassy land
Okay.
with some hilliness to it. The further out you go.
Hmm.
To the other side is almost an immediate forest. It's really close to 30, 40 feet away. So you can't really see too much to the opposite side. I should just say the right side of the road. Just because the fog tends to block everything off. You can tell there's trees, but it's a ways out.
Mhm.
So whoever wants to go on the side with that, like the grassier knolls over there, and then the forest side. So like
I'll do the knoll.
grassy knoll.
Okay. So I'm already here, so you 2 can go. You can dwindle. We'll head off into the woods,
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
so I can save him from any marauding cleaning equipment.
Yes.
You have nightmares of the janitor's closet for the rest of your life.
I'll be good, Pa. Don't put me in the closet.
High or low?
Oh,
Low.
I tend to roll low.
It's high.
Well, that's because you rolled.
That is how that works.
All right. You 2 are going through the forest.
We 2 are going.
You
to
2
the
are going
forest.
through the forest. Okay. So the 2 of you start to wander on through the forest. You guys seem to have a pretty long ways to go through this. Are you doing anything to signify your way back, just in case, or are you doing?
How thick is the fog? I guess that would be
It
appropriate.
gets
How far can
pretty
we see?
thick. You can probably see maybe 80 feet to 100 feet away
I don't want to go further
before
than,
it starts to really kind of.
I don't want to go further. I won't speak for you, but I don't want to go further than where I can see the road. So I want to keep the road within sight.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But isn't it like foggy out?
Yeah.
Yes, it
we're
is foggy.
we're
Is
going
my
into
dark
dense
vision
woods
like
and
that?
there's
Dark
fog.
vision does not help with that.
With all that fog, how far
It's
away
like a
could we
physical
go
obstruction.
without not
We said about
seeing
80 feet.
80
So,
feet?
80 to 100 feet ish. Yeah.
so we're just trying to see if it gets louder or quieter.
It's
and
also
then
getting
report
darker
back.
out right now.
Yeah.
So, having not seen what we were out to see and not wanting to get super far away from the road
Mhm.
at night in Barovia, I think
You could light a lantern and leave it on the road too.
Also true.
I don't want to run your game, but I do want to kind of like help you guys,
No.
so I can't be like, oh, just you didn't do this.
yeah,
No, appreciate it.
So-
Appreciate it. But I don't know if I have one on me actually. I have my light spell, but I can't like just leave it on the.
You can cast it and leave it on a spot.
Yeah, cast
Okay.
it on like a stick or something. And
Then I'll do that. I'll make it a sticky
You can just
light.
cast a spot on the ground too. You
Yeah.
don't even doesn't even have to be an object.
I'll make a sticky light.
Yeah, I also have a bullseye lantern.
That works too.
Sweet.
So I would just
That's
yeah.
the one we found, right?
No, I've had one with me.
Oh,
You
nice.
did find one, but you did not get it. You
Yeah,
left
so-
it in the
Oh,
dungeon.
that's right. We didn't trust it.
What I would do is I'd hang it on a tree
It's
facing
a shame
into
that was
the,
magical.
facing the direction Dwindle and I are going off in, so we can turn around and see that as our beacon.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna light that hanging from a tree.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't point directly to us, but we can use it to navigate.
torches.
So when you guys do separate then,
Yeah.
and you get to that like 80, 100 foot threshold, you can at least see the light.
Okay.
It does make it a little easier, and you do feel as if you can navigate further away because of it.
Cool.
However, you guys going through the forest realize really quickly after your first 20, 30 feet that this forest is dense. Like really dense.
Can I set it on fire?
You could, but it's all wet.
It's going to burn for shit.
But as
I
you
mean,
guys
cool.
as you guys do go through the wood, though, you do recognize probably 30, 40 feet in. You cannot see your way back from where you are. You're just like the light it's almost completely obscured by the foliage. Like
Yeah.
it just almost feels as if it just moves in so quick.
Little
Fine.
glow, but like the visibility back here is for
Right.
crap.
Make
so.
perception checks, both of you.
Okey dokey. Perception says, come here, you. That's an 11.
Really?
Mochi boy.
7.
Yeah, so this
The
cast
seven.
bright light,
Okay.
20 foot radius, and dim light for 20 feet. So with the fog, it'd probably just be an extra 20 feet that we could move. I would imagine.
Torches. We could leave a trail of torches.
Nice.
We all get lost and they're playing Minecraft.
Quick, punch the trees.
You see where the blocks start to turn black right here?
Yeah.
Torch.
Yeah, everybody's got a system.
That'll stop the zombies from spawning.
They did not do bad with the movie, FYI.
Death.
I thought it could have been worse.
Fine.
It was a movie.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Jack Black, honestly.
Honestly, yes. They could have cast anybody else, and I would have
If
been
you
a lot more
guys have
excited.
had any damage from last game and it's not healed yet, you have not had a long rest, just so you know.
Oh,
Good question.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been full health. I don't think I took any damage in the
Unless
baby,
you had
in the baby
had a
fight.
potion or anything.
Which I did, but I was thankful that you reminded me because of my spell slots. So thank
Yeah, you don't have that either right now.
I apparently have full health. So.
No, you don't.
you. He's like about.
No, you don't.
You were down. You were downed once already, so you at least have 1 HP.
I think we gave it. I think we gave him.
I think
one
you
potion.
gave him a potion,
Yeah.
and I think he got at least 8 or 9 HP back, or
Something like that. Because I had two, I got 2 because I got knocked down twice, and you got knocked down once.
So put yourself at half health.
Half health.
Since I don't know where you are on that.
Well, I did just level up, so
Right.
now I guess I'm at 14 HP.
That works. Okay, guys. This wolf gets a surprise on you. Whoever's in front. Which one of you is leading the charge? To the woods.
Oh, I think it'd probably be me.
Okay. So this wolf jumps out at you to try and bite you then. For 17 to hit.
Oh, that's absolutely gonna hit, yeah.
Okay. God, I can't pick up D4s. For 5 damage.
Ow.
You need to make a strength saving throw or become knocked prone.
Oh, good, my strong suit. Alright.
I did say strength.
This is bullshit. Okay, strength saving throw. So that's just like
That's the only thing in my opinion.
Straight-
which rules
Just a
rules.
straight.
a straight d20 versus
Versus your strength modifier.
yeah. Oh god, there's a 7.
Oh, okay, you're prone.
Yeah.
So this wolf grabs you by the arm and just yanks you to the ground.
Just been walking through the woods, not doing business.
Roll your initiatives, guys.
Do we hear this?
No.
You guys are on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
It's just me and
I didn't know how far the sound was.
You
gonna
probably
go.
can't even hear shit.
At this
yet.
point, you can kind of surmise that the river is not in this direction.
Okay.
as you sense that you're kind of going
Starts to get
more
quieter?
uphill.
Okay.
I don't feel like that rolled at all, but there's my 80.
Yeah, not, like it is getting quieter,
Oh, 12.
but you are going like kind of uphill, so a lot of the hill is also kind of absorbing a lot of the sound.
Excellent.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, so we'll start making our way back.
I was joking about
What'd you
having
guys
to
get?
save you. 12?
21.
8 plus
21.
4. Yeah.
Damn, you're first.
Alright. Blast.
Go for it. Blast it. Yeah, you can.
Excellent.
All I see is Danny DeVito when you say that. That's all I see.
So, anyways,
Start blasting.
I imagine Dwindle has his ball on top.
dude, absolutely, he's got the tonsure and everything.
Got the gnome ears. 10 to hit.
10 is unfortunately a miss.
Shit. This wolf's chewing on my arm and Eldritch Blast rockets over the top of it, so now my night vision shot.
I get an 11
You're
for
next,
damage,
Gerhard.
too.
It's dark, I'm being chewed on, what the fuck? I think I need those bones! Okay, so I'm prone currently.
Yes, but you can attack from the ground.
Yeah, I can attack from the ground. Excellent. So I'd,
Hello.
well, it's chewing on me, so he's got my arm. I can't pull both of my knives, like, really.
Realistically, but game-wise, yes you can.
Oh,
He's not grappling you.
okay, so
I didn't know that. So they don't
That's-
grapple when they cannot be prone?
No,
Interesting.
Just knock you prone.
okay, so it just grabbed my arm and ripped me to the ground. It's not holding onto my arm.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. So I'm still on the ground. I'm next to this wolf. I'm gonna sweep out both knives and try to cut its belly
Go for it.
as it comes close. So we're just gonna make a real quick attack here. With... And refresh my memory because it's been forever. I rolled 2 separate attacks, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
One does not get your proficiency modifier.
Yep. On the damage when it comes out. So I've got a nat 20 and
Nice.
an 18.
Wow, okay, so,
So
they
a
both hit.
24 and an 18.
Nice.
So they both hit, but the crit doubles the damage for the
Yep.
other one.
So sick. It's just 1d4 plus 2. They're d4s, I'm gonna roll them digitally because fuck that.
Everybody's hating on D4s.
I do hate on d4s.
You get inspiration, by the way, too, except for the nat 20.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
So.
I was already toting around an inspiration actually.
Oh, well then, okay, then you don't get another one.
Okay, so
Sorry.
So
You
6
lose,
just,
sir.
just doubles the damage straight up.
It doubles the damage.
Okay, so my main hand weapon's gonna do 12 damage.
Whoa.
And then my, because it was 4 plus 2 times 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then my secondary is going to be just a straight roll without the proficiency modifier. So that's going to be 4 still.
4 more damage.
Yeah, so 16 damage to this wolf.
Yeah,
Nice.
oh, you kill it instantly.
Yeah.
Good job.
You just swicker swack eviscerate this wolf's
Bite wound in
stomach.
my arm, and I got guts on my cloak.
It just with the whimper and whine, the guts just splat, and it just lays down on its side instantaneously.
Dwindle, there are wolves popping out of the trees, man.
I know. You're bigger than me.
Everything's bigger than you. That's not an achievement.
Ride these things in the battle.
Everything is. Everything.
Well, I regret to inform you it's not really in rideable condition at the moment.
We'll get there. I'm a warlock.
Ooh. Zombie wolf.
You're a little bugger.
So on that on that note, I don't think I kept any health potions or anything. No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm out.
Okay.
I don't think I ever had any health potions.
No, he had them, and like I said, I think I got 2, and he got 1.
Okay, so injured and very irritated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna like. Is there any way for us to head back towards the road now? Like, do we have any consciousness of which direction that is?
I would say yes. I wouldn't say you've got turned around
Okay.
long enough to be able.
Yeah.
to...
So holding my bleeding arm,
But
I would
you,
say that this little expedition's a bust. Can we go back and make
I think
camp,
you
please?
can. I think you could safely determine that the river is somewhere in the woods.
Okay, the river's on the woodsward side.
Yes.
Okay, so at least we established that, and when we've got less darkness at some point,
Right.
we can maybe check that out as a group.
Right.
Yeah. So we didn't get nothing out of that. You
Bullshit.
ready? You ready to go back?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. So we're gonna start making our way back towards the road then.
Okay.
We were already making our way back towards the road as well.
Howdy, fellas.
Yeah. So it takes you guys a little longer to get out of the woods than they do to get back to where the road was.
Because they've got this nice clear. What took you guys so long?
As you get to the little space
fucking
where you guys
trees.
started, where the where your lantern was in the tree, and then you had the light spell on the floor.
Figure we'll do camp a little bit towards the tree side, since we know the river's not in the open side.
Yeah, you remember that Grim Reaper that came running down the road? Let's camp away from the road.
Right.
I would
agree.
like a little more protection, please.
I agree.
So where exactly you guys want to camp at?
Forest side, but deeper in the forest,
You want to go in the forest?
so the Reaper can't see us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if,
Forest
if,
seems safe.
if there's some kind of clear space back in the woods where
Not
we could
really. You'd have to
theoretically-
make one. It's
Anybody have an axe?
pretty. Like I said, it's relatively
I got
dense
fire.
tree. Like I said, it's relatively dense trees, so you
Okay.
may have to kind of try to clear something out.
Ooh, and it's already getting dark.
Then nobody's really got an optimal tool for that.
No, we don't. I
Don't
guess
you
we
guys
to-
have magic? Couldn't you do some sort of magic-y things?
My magic's on low.
Last time you guys kind of hid in like tall grassy, like almost like a tall grassy ditch, but this is a lot different.
Right.
Guys, look, I'm a Pokemon. I think
I share that there's a hilly area over this way, but I don't know what's on the other side of the hill. On the smooth side.
if we could safely make our way to the other side of the hill, that's still good concealment from the road, and we don't have to go back in the woods where things can also jump out at us.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's
Yeah.
try that.
Better line of sight, such. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you could definitely determine a safe place from where you guys were venturing.
Cool.
Over there. So.
I'm on board with Bert. Let's get
No.
out of the woods.
Okay.
Into the woods.
No.
Back
Into
to the
woods
woods?
tomorrow. No.
Sorry, man.
I don't wanna.
Do you want to go one more time?
Not really.
Do you need? I see you bleeding. Do you need any attention?
Some attention would be nice. I do kind of like this arm. This is the one I hold the violin bow with.
How are you
favorite
feeling?
arm.
How are you feeling?
It is-
How was your day?
It is attached to my body. Wait, is this turning into a psychiatry appointment out of nowhere? I wasn't prepared.
I wasn't
for
sure
this.
which attention you were asking.
Well, I think it all started when I was a child and I got bit by a wolf.
That sounds terrible. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Is it actually 2 dice?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That would be 13 plus 2d8 plus 3. 16.
I've never been healthier. Yeah, that puts me full easy. I was only missing 5 health.
That is my last first level spell slot. But hopefully we're gonna get some rest.
Yes. So who's keeping watch, or is nobody keeping watch?
Not at this time.
You guys roll me a
I got
perception
dark
check
vision.
when you do.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take first watch and I'm gonna hold on to my horn of silent alarm, which is the magic item that I picked up,
Nice.
and I'm gonna blow that and wake Bert up. If anything, because it says it's one creature of your choice can hear the horns blare.
Okay.
So anything that sneaks up on us won't hear it, but it'll wake Bert up out of a dead sleep.
Blow as hard as you can.
And you can poke everybody.
You don't have to attune to that item. You can just do it. You could just hand it to somebody else on the next
I can.
watch if
So
you wanted
anybody who takes watch would use the horn of silent alarm as long as I get it back at the end of the night.
So wait, if I have the
I'm
horn, do I
watching
wake
you.
myself up?
to. Damn it, Bert.
If you blow that horn, thinking only about yourself, would you just scare the absolute shit out of
That's what I
yourself?
would. That's
and
what
fall?
I'm Was there like a feedback loop, like a speaker or something?
Yeah.
No, it just magically.
That's when you get
transmits
tinnitus
itself to
and.
Right, right,
Ma, ma. Going everywhere like Archer, yeah.
right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take first watch and have my horn ready, and we'll just pass it off across the night. So we've got a pretty good alarm system. Okay, and you said you need perception checks from whoever's on watch?
Mhm.
Fine. Okay, well, my perception is just flat, so luck of the dice. Don't fuck me, 14.
After a while of watching through the night,
So the horse is back. I'm gonna kind of pop my head over the top of the hill. Sans hat. Yeah.
all you see is a light
Still
coming from the road,
running down the road.
running down the road.
Like a patrol of some sort, almost like a highwayman, but a police highway.
You're asleep. Mind your business.
Dreaming of highwaymen.
I was a bum.
Yes.
So,
Other than that, nothing else seems to happen over the night.
Okay.
Who's the last person on watch?
probably me.
Bart, roll it.
But do I have to pick who I'm thinking of?
He got last Firewatch. He got the longest continuous sleep. Everybody secretly hates him.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll do the physical. What was your character's name again?
Darius.
Darius. Ooh, 19 plus other things. So 24.
Wow. Okay. You also hear this coming back before the night's over,
Okay.
and you see the lantern glow down the light. If you go and look, the
Yeah,
same
I'll
way
take
that
a
he
peek.
would have described it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I'll relay that to the crew as I wake them. For dawn.
Okay,
You get to sleep in. I'm not gonna wake you now.
yes. So it's dawn.
Yeah, so what does dawn look like here?
So the fog is surprisingly a little lighter today. You can actually see further down the road, and the clear view morning seems to express the mountains that are off in the distance, heading the way of the hills that you're kind of going up. You can see that the forest tends to kind of coalesce further down into the road as the road kind of starts to travel directly through the woods. However, you can see the spires of buildings off in the distance, maybe maybe like 5 or 6 miles actually off from where you guys are. You can see what looks like the outline of a small village, kind of at the edge of the forest before the forest starts to kind of scatter towards the end of itself. You guys are actually kind of up relatively high behind this hill.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of help you see quite a ways out. You can see like across the tops of these trees and things like that. But you can see how dense the trees is and how much of the fog actually rests within it. You can't see the river. Unfortunately, you're not high enough for that. But you do have a relatively good enough eye view level over the trees here. You can see that off in the distance where the mountains begin. You can see what looks like the outline of a castle somewhere off in the distance there.
Okay. Suppose that's where we're going, hey?
Let's go.
We were invited.
I have a quill and parchment, so I'm going to kind of make a map of what you described,
Oh, sweet.
just in case.
Yeah. Rough layout's better than no layout.
Yeah.
For sure. Jesus, Mochi.
He's a big boy.
Leaving with souvenirs.
Kitty glitter.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so we're packing up camp and going on our way?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, ho!
Hi ho.
I'll attune to my greatsword.
During that downtime, if there were any magic items that you wanted to figure out what they were, you can essentially attune to them or sense them. I seem to recall somebody picked up a gold ring
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
I've got a.
or anything else.
Yeah. Cam's got a pendant, and a necklace. Two gold rings to the fighter, one to the gnome, and the box is to the fighter. That's what I have.
And I've got that sky blue cloak we found on an upper shelf. We never
Yes.
really determined if that's magical. So it'd be a good time to. Would you say we'd have time to investigate that?
Essentially, during your downtime of sleeping, your long rest gives you that opportunity.
Okay, cool.
So we can heal up.
Yes, you're fully healed. All your spells are back.
Didn't they change long rests and 5.5 be like 12 hours or something now?
Yeah, 16 hours.
Jesus, a whole day?
Christ.
Yeah.
That really is a long rest.
Yeah, that consumes
Very
a lot of
long
time.
rest.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a 16-hour rest
Yeah,
in my life.
must be
I would
nice.
never think about it. I'd be like, why does it have to be so long?
That-
Whole day.
That does seem like some bullshit. I don't think I want to while away 16 hours. I'm too busy for that. Even on my days off, man.
Do you still have the yellow spellbook?
Priestess of Osiris?
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a different book. The yellow spell book is different. Yeah, the Priest of Osiris book is different. When you go through your things, the Priest of Osiris book is actually turned to absolute refuse, in your pack.
It's dusty.
Couldn't you use the mend item spell to bring it back?
Not from this level of decay.
Would it change your
Men
pack
would
for you?
Maybe.
men
we
would
have one of those and nobody claimed it as far as I
if
know.
you had a broken wagon wheel, men would put the wagon wheel back together. I'm trying to find out where that cloak was.
I just have that as light blue cloak. That's all I have.
Already have
Blue
chainmail.
cloak. I probably
Oh, you
had.
have chainmail already?
I already have chainmail.
So I don't remember that spell book.
I already have chainmail as well. Does anybody need chainmail?
I can't wear it.
Okay. Maybe something to sell then.
You can't wear it?
I can't wear it.
Oh, you're guard.
Yeah, I'm light armor only.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play bards that use heavier armor, but not this guy.
The lock, the pendant, and the 2 rings that came out of the jewelry box
Mhm.
are just mundane pieces of jewelry.
Okay.
For retirement.
Good for retirement.
The cloak is magical, but I don't remember where I had it written down.
Statue. Is that just jalapeno?
Jalapeno and cheddar cheese.
Yeah, that is an excellent sausage.
Yeah, it's got more kick than I would expect.
Dried
It's-
jalapenos.
It's the
maybe.
right amount of kick.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like
Oh, okay.
your sausage? Did you make
No,
that?
yeah, I made that, but that's
Oh.
that's beef.
Well, then I'm gonna eat it.
It's a cloak of protection.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I will 100%. Excellent. +1 to arm AC and saving throws.
Yes.
Sick, yeah.
That's a phenomenal item.
Uh-huh.
Equipment. Good.
And then
+1
the
to AC
ring,
for this
and then the
switch
ring.
it.
Who got the ring, by the way?
There were 2 gold rings to the fighter, 1 to the gnome.
Okay, the one that was on the skeleton downstairs, the cultist body. There was a body of a cultist hanging in the dungeon on the way out of the door that you had to push open to go into the room with
Yes.
the wolves. By the way, the rocking chair never came into use.
We almost did. We
We had
almost
it
did.
attached to the fighter the whole time.
Which
Yeah.
you still have it, actually.
It's still on your back.
Could I sit in it to see what it does?
Nothing.
Damn.
Done.
It's a comfy seat.
I was just thinking, I'm like, it's comfortable. That's all.
Yep. It rocks very well. It's light enough you can keep it with you if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good, Zane. Good job.
Thank you.
That's delicious.
The extreme garlic bologna is the other one, and then this is Genoa sausage from the deli.
Nice. Excellent garlic for me.
Always garlic. Came up eating my mom's cooking. There's so much garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Only garlic in my food.
How about you, garlic?
Mama, stop.
Mr. Garrison.
Please stop, Mom.
I told you I'm a vampire. No, I accidentally rolled a d20 on my screen.
Ain't no vampires in my household.
Ain't no vampires in the bowling home, that's definitely true. Too much damn garlic for that. So I got a cape that is both fancy and protective, and that's awesome. So now I've got a cloak and a top hat. I'm a domino mask away from actually
I was gonna
being
say.
tuxedo mask.
So what does the ring do?
He's working on it.
I'm making it up.
Hell yeah.
See, I don't remember getting one from that skeleton.
That's just what I have. I didn't say where you got it from. I think it was. I just had jewelry box and there was 3 rings.
Yeah.
So I think they all
2
come from the jewelry
rings
box.
and a pendant were in the jewelry box.
Okay, then there was one.
Oh.
So the 2 rings must have been to the fighter from the jewelry box, and the other one must have gone to the gnome.
Okay.
That's a really good swish. Is that something you guys sell?
That's a baby Swiss from
Yeah.
Amish country.
Love eating babies.
Are you making the authority deal this year?
We'll see if we get it. We haven't ordered it yet.
What'd you ask for?
Authority deal?
Oh, I've never had that. Is it good?
Yeah, my wife loves it.
I'll have to come through for some of that Swiss cheese. I got some Swiss lovers in my house. I'm gonna go nuts for that.
Roll a d10.
What was it?
Called the Philly cheesesteak brats over at his place. There was none there today.
I'm very sorry.
Unfortunate.
No, my dad will make them. I promise.
Ooh,
What'd you get?
not a 1.
Not a 1?
It was definitely a 1.
Don't trip, it's
Oh,
a tape
okay.
roll.
You have a ring of acid resistance.
Nice.
Terrific.
There is a small pearl set inside the ring.
Finally, something to curb those flashbacks from the 60s.
Yeah.
It's a ring of acid resistance. There you go. That's what it is.
Okay.
Could have been something good. Wasn't. So there you go. Nah, it's still good.
It's kind of a niche item, but it's still useful.
Yeah, and also if you don't need it, it's something you can sell or trade.
The chance of being melted by acid.
It's very high on my chance.
I feel like in my line of work.
Mostly from being eaten, I imagine.
Yeah, and digested.
Freaking mimics. Popping as well. It's a little humid down here.
I think you almost got eaten by like
Everything.
by the core of the house.
Yeah.
I don't think that one was a mimic. I think you were falling into the guts of the house, and that would have been the end.
That's what I was hoping for.
It was like we lose a party member to the house. Like, oh fuck.
Shit.
Wait till it comes back. Alright. So you guys break camp.
Well, I have to build some kind of giant robot.
What are you guys gonna do now that you've broken camp?
Want to check out the village on the way to the castle, or do you want to go straight there?
Should probably check.
We 100% check out the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have to pass through the village just to get.
To the castle in the first place. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yes.
I didn't know that if I looked at my rough map of town.
So sorry. Alrighty.
Just very upset with yourself.
It's right there.
You should be super disappointed.
Damn, that's kind of rude.
Alright, so
Alright.
you guys continue down the road, and it actually doesn't take you super long to get through the rest of the ways and out through the forest. And eventually you come out to a kind of like a stony wall that used to kind of look like a gate. However, the rest of the wall going away is completely gone. Beyond you are a whole bunch of homes. It's very quiet here. A little unsettling ish. There isn't really seem to be much activity, but the homes here seem like they used to be relatively well populated. You can see, though, a lot of them are boarded up. A lot of them look like they've been in disuse. Some look fine, but it's kind of hard to tell. There's nobody here to greet you at this gatehouse. But the cobblestone pathways seem to indicate that this city, or town, village really, has some sort of like old significance, or it used to be relatively well populated. The roads are relatively wide. However, they aren't very well taken care of, it seems, anymore.
Do we see any signs of life?
Not yet. Just the fog trailing through the city. So here's the kind of the layout. So this is the village of Barovia. You don't know that yet. You guys are coming in through over here.
Okay.
All these squares, these are homes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little hexy
Little
bullets.
Goonies.
Here's what it looks like.
Oh, nice.
So you kind of an
Big
idea.
village.
So, yes.
I think I'd start playing my violin in the empty street.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah. Kind of.
See if that draws anybody out.
Chamber pot.
They screw their boards in tighter.
As you start to play your violin as you continue to walk through, you do. You should make some perception checks. Actually,
Okay.
let's go with that.
1 or a 7?
Six,
7.
six,
So 13.
13. Okay.
Wow.
Your heart.
Mine's a 1.
Oh, damn, guys.
I was too busy playing the violin.
He's really into
You
it.
guys are
Eyes
like
are
really
closed.
into his violin
Yeah,
playing.
we're not too busy not paying attention.
We're slapping our knees.
You guys haven't heard him play in days.
It's alright, understandable.
It's nice.
So good, Gerhardt.
Glad we brought him along.
But Bert, you do kind of catch some activity in homes, kind of glancing out windows, just watching you. It looks like people, very pale looking people, just kind of looking out the window. Seems like men mostly, kind of here and there. But a lot of the houses though seem very vacant. As you continue through,
I'll share that with the party.
you guys keep kind of walking through. You can see there's like a couple kids outside playing for a second, but as you approach playing the music, parents open up the doors and grab their children and bring them inside, and they look at you really quick, and they just kind of close their door behind them. As you guys kind of continue to walk, you kind of come up out to what looks like a square, like a town square, and shining through the light, through the fog is like this light coming from one of the buildings that seems actually well taken care of. And it's got a nice wooden porch, kind of like Old West style kind of look to it. Outside of it, you can see what looks like some men standing around drinking and laughing, and they seem totally jovial with each other, and they're wearing like beads and spectral colors all across their bodies with different like kind of like gypsies a bit. I don't know really how else to describe them other than that. But they have like jewelry and all sorts of things like kind of hanging off of them, and it's just a pair of guys there, and you can see there's like a small wagon with a horse there nearby too, and they're just outside. They don't seem to care at all about the atmosphere of the rest of the place, and you can't hear any music or any real lively attitudes coming from inside. But when these guys see you, they just nod at you, but they kind of continue their conversation a little quieter. They seem pretty rough and tumble type. These two gentlemen.
So rough and tumble Burning Man.
Kinda, yeah.
Like bouncers at Burning Man. No, you have to get out of the orgy tent immediately.
For the third time.
So you guys are right in here.
Mo throwing Barney Gumble out of the bar.
You guys are right through here.
But I have no place to go.
I say
You
we
can
check it
see.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can see on the outside of the doorway to this tavern, the big door that's just, there's no real door, it's just an entrance. It says Blood on the Vine Tavern across the front.
Well, with there not being any music going and people clearly in festival clothes, I'd shift my tune to be something a little more foot tappy.
Oh.
Like a jig or a reel.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick.
You see a real jig?
See if I can get that going.
Nice. Inside, you guys all walk in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna nod back to the gentleman who nodded to us.
Yeah. They when they see you guys, they kind of like I said, they nod at you and continue their conversation quietly. But as you guys walk in, they're like, they're also speaking a language you don't even understand at all.
Okay.
Could I comprehend language?
You could, if you want to cast it.
Okay. I feel like that would help us quite a bit. It's too bad I didn't prepare.
How long does that last for anyway?
Not that long. I think like an hour.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's
in
actually
game time.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah. In game time, that's pretty good.
I just changed it.
So when you walk inside, it's a relatively big bar. You can see tables are kind of like pushed up into the side in one area with chairs on them, and only a few tables seem to have a couple patrons on it. One has a pair of set of 3 women at it, also dressed similar to the men, in lavish colors and different styles. Each with like do-rags up, like keeping their hair out of their long braided hair out of their faces. As they speak to each other, and they see you all come in, they just kind of glance a bit. These 3 women also seem kind of rough around the edges a little bit too. There's a portly man standing behind the bar.
Always is.
With an apron over him, and he's just cleaning glasses. He looks at it.
Did he spit onto the glass or into the
Oh,
glass?
into it.
Builds character.
Mental note here. Don't order the special.
There's another man with like whitish hair, but like a pale visage, who seems to be wearing kind of like a fluffy vest-ish kind of over top of his tunic, sitting in the corner with his feet up on one of the tables, and you can see he's got like 4 or 5 like empty glasses around him. As you guys come in, he takes his feet off the table and kind of just watches you guys come in. He seems almost kind of like, huh? Of the barkeep though, he's kind of just like, he sees you all come in. He's like, "You want a drink?"
If you've got a clean glass washed with something that didn't come out of your face, I think I'd love one, yes.
I'll take a face wash one for a discount.
He just
Just give me the.
he just pulls the tap with the glass that he's washing, and he just starts to fill it up.
Yeah.
And he sets it on the counter, and he just starts getting another one, and then he just gets 4
Oh,
drinks.
the rest of those are mystery glasses. I don't know if that's
Mystery glass. I'll take the Hawk Tua.
That's 2 coppers a glass.
So would we all. Okay. Let me just.
Put it on the tab.
I'll flick the money onto the bar. I've got everybody's round.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go around.
He takes it and he just scoops it off into like the side tray of where the catch tray is for the liquid onto it, and he just shoves it into it.
It's a very efficient system here.
Hope you like piss water. That's all these Vistani folks ever bring me.
Vistani. I'm not familiar. Where are they from?
You don't know the Vistani?
I'm new around here.
They're traders, sell swords. You know.
Did get kind of a
The
self-serving
like.
vibe.
They're the ones outside?
Yes, they are. They're also. He gestures at the 3 ladies over there, who are watching you guys like hawks.
I noticed the place seems to be pretty kept up. What do you do anything special?
I just work with the Vistani pretty well.
Okay.
They travel around, bring me what they can. I pay them, they pay me. We're all a happy family.
Okay.
Yes, I was getting an excess of happiness from this
You
place.
guys seem new to the area. If you don't know who the Vistani are, you must be travelers lost in the fog,
Well,
huh?
that one drink really went to his head very quick.
I don't drink too often. Keeps the prices low.
Okay, so if we've got a table or something here, I'd like to probably kind of sit. I would like to get my back to the wall because I'm not a huge fan of how now that we know they're the Vistani, the way that they're
Take
eyeballing
whatever
us.
table you
Yes.
want. He gestures at the pile of tables and chairs all shoved together.
The
and-
pile is it a literal
Yeah,
pile of
it's
tables
literally
and
just
chairs?
stuff stacked up that nobody's using.
How full is this bar?
I told you all the people that are here.
It's the barkeep, the guys outside, and the 3 women.
The 3 women, and then the one dude in the corner at the table to himself.
It's always the one dude in the corner. Maybe he bears speaking to at some point, but I would like to not get robbed. So
When you approach to remove a table, he stands up and offers to help. Hi.
the guy in the corner.
Yeah, he's like, want a hand? I got you. And he immediately starts to grab a table off of another table. And he's like, yeah, they're lighter than they look. I'm Eastmark. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Eastmark. I'm Gerhardt. Nice to meet you too. Does it get any weird sensation from his hand?
A little
like-
clammy, but otherwise.
Well,
he seems
clammy
fine.
makes sense in this climate, I think. That's not-
Gerhardt, you guys must be travelers.
Well, that is one way to put it. We didn't
Never.
exactly end up here by accident. It's kind of a wild series of madcap events.
I see.
It's been
Gotcha.
quite a tale.
Wow, we don't get too many travelers out here in Barovia.
I can believe that.
Well, let me be the first to tell you welcome to Barovia.
That's the first person who's welcomed us to Barovia.
That's
No,
very
not
nice.
true. Not true. There was the very stern elder gentleman with the dining table who did welcome us to Barovia.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to tell me. Sit, guy. Well, and he takes his table that he has all his glasses on, and he scoots it over to the empty table that he
He
just
just
moved.
brought his whole table
and
over.
he's
taking
like,
up
he
his
catches
glass.
the cups as they start to kind of. Okay. I want to hear about how you guys got here. Are you interested in telling me who you are and what's going on? How'd you wind up here?
How long have you been
Yeah,
here?
I
How
think
long
I'd
have I been
rather.
here? My whole life. I
hear
was
about
born
you
here.
first. What's the
All right.
what's your interest here?
Well, first off, my name is Eastmark.
We got that part.
Yes. Hold on. What's his last name? Westmark. No. Why can't I find his last name? I just had it. Kolyanovich. Sorry.
I'm not gonna.
Kolyanovich. Kolyanovich.
Oh, I just spelled it wrong. I'm committed.
That's okay. As long as you know what it means.
Just call you Coley.
Yeah. Son of Kolya.
Colin, nice to meet you.
I am the resident burgomaster of this town.
Oh,
Is that Burgomaster or Burglemaster?
Burgomaster.
Burgle?
Burgo.
Burgo?
Bergo.
Bergo?
Burgel.
ergo burgo.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You can see he when he stands up. By the way, you can see he has a sword on his hip, too.
So what's involved with being the Burgomaster of a place like this?
Well, my dad died, and I am the burgomaster. As he says this, the ladies shout something at him, and he catches.
In Vistani, yeah.
Yeah, and they go, "Eastmark the Lesser." That's what they call me. That's fine. I'm not really a great leader.
Oh, sweet.
But there isn't really much to do here. Too many people to lead. Most people are. There isn't really a lot of people here.
You mean most people here are dead? Like,
Well,
Like,
we
how's
had
it-
a relatively large population a long time ago. So there's a guy who runs everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. His name is the Strahd.
The Strahd.
They seem pretty nice.
So they don't mix him up with the other Strahds.
So
It's
this-
sensible.
There's no. There's only one. The Strahd.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know about the other Strahds?
Okay, no, he's.
I
I
didn't
don't
know
know.
that.
I'm sorry.
I gotta stop immediately.
Look. Hold on, I almost puked. Listen. If it wasn't for him, Barovia would be a bustling, wonderful city. Alright? But he keeps us down. Him and his minions.
Ooh, let's pull that thread. How does he keep you down, and what minions are you speaking of?
Well, look, growing up here, it's always been
Yellow guys.
It's always been a dreary, desolate, foggy, junky place to be, okay?
Right, your climate isn't really conducive to vacation.
No.
There isn't really a lot of easy ways to grow things here. There's a vineyard far, far off the way. West. There's a vineyard way west past a city called Valaki. Alright. Probably one of the best places you can get. You have the wine. You should ask for the wine.
They sell it here.
Oh yeah. Local Barovia wine.
Barovian wine?
Well, we're the village of Barovia. The land is called Barovia. Everything in the area.
Mhm.
So, hundreds of acres.
Yeah, so Vlaki up to the
The
west.
city here. There's a couple towns.
Are there any windmills there?
I think there's a windmill up the road. If you follow the main, if you follow the Svalich road to Valaki, you'll see a windmill. I don't think it's in use anymore though. I'm not sure. I don't really leave the city. It's not really safe to leave the town.
Right, you're
It's
responsible.
easier to stay here, you know.
Right.
Hey Eric, more drink, please.
We try the wine.
Do they have the wine?
Oh,
or
the
just-
wine, Eric, the wine. Get them the wine. Show these guys the town flavor, something. And the Vishtani lady that's over there spits on the floor when he starts talking about like the local
Yeah.
brew essentially. And he's like,
See, my-
ignore them. They're just troublemakers.
Your beer had flavor. I'm not sure if it's good, but it had flavor.
Well, it's okay.
It is local flavor. He did spit
That
in
was
that
like
glass.
tuberculosis or something.
Might be.
Wow. But
Shades have got a plan, Arthur.
well, anyways,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too detracted.
I don't want to get sidetracked.
I see. But it's what I'm saying is it's interesting that we have travelers. All right, doesn't happen often. I'm really sorry that you're here. But I'm glad to see you.
I'm gonna have to quote that. I like that.
I'm really sorry that you're
I'm sorry
here.
you're here, but I'm glad to see you.
For the public relations arm of this place.
So I hope you enjoy your stay. You can if you want. You can stay at my residence. I've got my home, but I've got the burgomaster's house. If you want a place to stay, feel free to use it. Here, hold on. And he hands you a key. He's like, just across the road. It's another nice looking manor right here. Next by. You can stay there.
Did we see any nice looking manors on the way into town? Like, is he maybe?
It's
building a
literally
building on
in the
This
Where?
this
Yeah. Okay.
building.
Well, I was questioning whether or not it was actually nice looking.
Oh. Well, judge his.
Well,
his
we didn't
opinions
see
based
it
on the wine.
yet.
Oh,
We haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
if the wine is good, then it's
Right.
probably a nice house.
we may end up with
Um,
some wine goggles and
Yep.
feel like it's a palace.
Yeah, can't remember. Let me look up. I actually have a name for the wine.
Okay.
So he'll bring you guys a pitcher of wine for a silver piece.
I'm thirsty. What am I gonna do with a picture?
Then he also brings a jug of wine out.
Ah, there we go.
The wine is I can't remember. Red Dragon Crush, I think is what it's called.
Sounds like it's something you find in a video game.
This is
Red Dragon Crush.
right.
Anything like Orange Crush.
I love Orange Crush.
Mhm.
Great song.
It's a good soda. I'm really big on soda, but that's a
Yeah, I can't remember if that's the one that
Which
is
one
really
about?
rare or if that's the
Not
common one. So
I guess we'll find out.
we'll just go with it.
Here.
It's what they're calling it. They're calling it the name of the rare one, but really you haven't
Yeah.
had the good one.
We wouldn't know the difference, yeah.
How does this smell?
Pretty good.
Because Gerhardt would know the difference.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really nice wine.
Okay.
It's better than the beer.
Tentative sniff and then a very appreciative sip. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is actually delicious. Where does this come from? The vineyard over by Valaki, yes?
Yeah, it's called the Wizards of Wine.
Nice.
Wizard of Wines. Sorry,
That's promising. Is that a job title or like
that's
a...
the name of the vineyard.
Can you learn
No.
this?
Huh?
Is it a spell?
No, it's a craft. My little guy.
A wine craft?
Indeed. I've never met the people, but I'm sure they're nice. They seem to they make it and distribute it. You know, they hire the Vishtani to move it around town move it around Barovia for them.
I take a little bit of holy water and just kind of sprinkle it on there and see what happens.
Nothing.
Slam that sucker down.
Okay. Yeah. And a skeletal
Just a skeleton.
cloud comes out.
You knew where I was going with it.
Bartok the Magnificent.
Yep.
Um,
Dude, Bartok the Magnificent. That's a niche banger of a movie. That's actually very good.
Yeah. I'll always remember the riddle stuff,
Mhm.
and then the flashback through it, and the giant head will go, when it's a door, not a
No
door.
door.
And he goes, when it's a jar, key please. Anyways, he starts to drink a little bit. He's like, but what are your guys' names? I'm sorry. I told you a little too much.
As I said, I'm Gerhardt, and my lovely companions.
I am anonymous. I don't give my name out freely, but you may call me Carl.
Okay, Carl.
I'm Jim, and I don't appreciate your wine.
Oh, okay.
That's wild. I'm going to call him Carl forever.
Carl, Jim,
Carl, Jim.
Gerhardt.
Which is my actual
Emil
name.
Tornescu.
Emil Tornescu?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound familiar.
As I say, that name sounds very familiar.
That's bonkers. I was actually kind of wondering if we were going to walk in here and see him.
Huh.
I would have had serious beef with that man.
That's
Yeah,
because if I'm
actually.
using my name,
Because he sent us into that motherfucker.
I've heard that name before, but you don't look like him.
He's had some work done.
Well, anyways,
It took my legs.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dwindle.
well, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so tell me what brings you guys to Barovia in the first place.
Well, since you seem to be honest with us, I'm comfortable being a little honest with you since I was a little cryptic about the name. We're actually sell swords in a way. We're here to do a favor.
Oh, all right. Gotcha. A favor for what? Who?
That's the mystery.
Oh.
We're not even sure ourselves.
Ah, wow. Dumbasses. Sorry you're here.
Shades of,
But I'm glad to see you.
we're back to Mel Brooks.
Right.
People of the land. You know, morons.
That's why I like that quote, because I can picture that being over the door to hell. Like, I'm sorry, sorry you're here, but I'm happy to see you.
Maybe you're in hell now.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
here,
Just
yep.
scratched out with crayon. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. We came in here, we were actually hired on by this gentleman here, Emil Toronescu, which has always been his given name, to help to rescue the people of Barovia from their plight.
We're trying to improve your weather.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well-being as well.
To be fair, any improvement to the weather would be a significant one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No. I don't. How?
Well, that's magic.
You remember when he called us dumbasses? I feel like we may have been.
I have deception.
In hindsight, I think we were a little optimistic.
We came in here on very nebulous terms. What are we doing?
We need to reevaluate our life choices, I think.
I think this might be a good place because we got the key to a house. We've got a good supply of very
Let's
nice
quit while we're
wine.
ahead, settle here.
Well, hold on. Quit while you were ahead.
There's plenty of empty homes.
Despite the local charm, okay, there's a reason those homes are empty. I don't know if I want to stay here long term, Jim. Jim?
I'm Jim. He's
Carl.
Carl.
The one you said you were going
I
to call
just
me
said I was
forever.
Okay, I've been reminded your name. You want me to make a note?
They're empty because the rent's so high.
Is that Carl with the K?
You know,
With a K, yes.
I mean, Barovia isn't so bad.
This man's name is Carol now.
It's not. It's not horrible here by any means. It's just, perpetual fog and fear that I may not wake up tomorrow.
Well, I noticed that you guys had a lot of boarded windows and distrustful people, and it seems to be mostly at night because the kids were playing in the streets during
Oh,
the
I
day.
wouldn't go out at night.
Okay, so you have night terrors.
Oh man, Strahd's minions all over the place. There's bats, there's wolves, there's zombies, there's there's the riders at night. There's
The riders are highwaymen. My
witches.
dream, I was right.
Insurance
I mean,
sales.
all sorts of monsters, anything you could think of.
Lycanthropes? Werewolves?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Is it? Are they mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
regular wolves too, because one of
Well,
those
you
chewed
get a
on,
bite,
one of those
yeah.
chewed on me last night.
Oh yeah, there's some pretty mean wolves
The
out
local
there.
wolves are just real rude.
Yeah.
Wolves and wargs, all sorts of stuff.
Do you
And
have
don't
anything
even
that
think, and don't
just-
even get me started on the people that don't even follow him. There's also these weird dark knights that wander the roads too
Dark Knight
sometimes.
Skeleton, black cloak, kind of iffy amounts of armor.
That's one of his riders.
That's one of his. Okay, that belongs to Strahd.
They don't fight though. They just alert. They
Oh, like a
they,
town,
they like
a
report.
crier?
They like report
Oh.
people on the road. If you're going down the road and you're with the Vishtani in a cart, they'll go right past you. They won't care at all. Oh, that Vishtani. Some of them, they're fine. You can kind of trust them if you have enough money, if you have enough gems, something like that. However, the majority of them all work for him. You just gotta be careful.
The majority of the Vishtani work for him.
Yeah.
The big
Well,
guy?
he pays them.
So they're
Well,
independent.
I'm sure he does.
Yes,
He's got a
okay.
giant castle.
So some are good. Some are good.
But when we're with them,
I would just be
We're
wary.
okay.
I would just be wary. I wouldn't trust most of the men.
Why, if we broach any sensitive subjects with these guys, like, let's not do that.
Let's just not say too much out loud.
I've been saying
He
loud this whole
points-
time. Why does it just
So he
come
points
out
to
now?
the three ladies,
And they have their ear
who
horns.
they're all just kind of like, they're all just like this, watching. Oh, by the way, they own this tavern.
They own the tavern.
They do.
That's why it's so bright. Because of their colors.
Well, I mean, it's well lit here, nice. A lot of the people will filter in overnight, just to kind of come in and get a drink and kind of be in the night.
And come in contact with some light source that isn't like eldritch glow.
So this place is safe at night.
For the most part, yeah.
Oh,
Probably a bar fight or something. But,
I mean, there's no doors.
He can handle that.
true.
It doesn't seem like any place really seems to get bothered too much in the main square here. But between here and just kind of in general, the Vistani kind of do whatever they want. They aren't really afraid of the Strahd.
So if we want to make your life better, your community's life better, if we want to make a difference, what could we do to help you?
Kill the Strahd.
That was quick. You had that one loaded.
Get rid of
That's
him.
right. I'm still catching the implication. There's more than one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think it's just the one.
Okay.
I ain't met him, but I heard him. He's after my sister. He's got some sort of weird interest in her. Finding strange notes.
Having met him, I feel like he's a man of weird interests.
You guys maybe wanna... Look, if you wanna do anything, I'd ask that you protect my sister. Since you guys are travelers, and you've been out on the road. Her name's Irina.
Okay, I was going to ask. There's a little nebulous
Listen.
too, and we've had enough nebulous directives.
Listen.
Irina. Irina Collier.
Irina needs... I don't think she's safe here. Barovia doesn't have walls, but Vallaki does. And Vallaki has guards, and the city is relatively protected. The burgomaster is pretty smart.
Are
Pretty
they
nice guy.
independent?
They're different from us.
Okay.
They're fine, but they're more well off. They're not being tormented constantly by Strahd's minions. There's no zombies wandering the streets at night.
Curious, why? Why do they get to be spared?
Because they have walls.
That helps.
Yeah, fortifications a hell of an
that
argument.
does help. Yeah.
Strahd's minions are everywhere, but also the Vallakis. They keep all of the Vistani out of there. They don't let them in at all. Won't let us in.
Might be a hygiene thing.
Yeah.
Well, they don't trust him. Burgomaster over there is pretty strict on who comes in and who goes.
Society.
Couldn't you also be strict about who comes in and who goes? Couldn't you also build a wall here?
Well,
We didn't even get a welcoming committee.
we don't
Yeah.
really have a... I mean, there's not really a population here, and, you know, it's just what it is.
So how come you guys don't go over there?
They just... We live here, and traveling the road's dangerous.
Hence
Get you
why you
killed.
asked us to help. Okay.
Look, I know it's a crapshoot, and it's really, really not, you know, but maybe you think about it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
If
talk.
you if you take me up on going to my manor, give you the key. I'll meet you over there if you're there at night. All right, we'll talk more about it. How's that?
That sounds completely reasonable.
In the
Yeah, yeah.
meantime,
You bring some wine, maybe?
I could.
I was going to ask if we could get a picture of this.
Yeah, a little
this
bit
is
to go,
actually
yeah.
lovely.
Very good.
I could. Anyways. Sorry, I almost threw up again. I'm just gonna. I'll be here for the most of the day. Take a look around town. All right. Enjoy yourselves. See what's there to see. See what the people are like. All right.
Very
There's,
nice to meet you. I offer my hand.
Oh, nice to meet you too,
Shake.
Carl.
Does it, do I feel
He's very clammy.
clammy?
I don't know if that's Carol with a K.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Okay.
So he sits back in a chair, and he's like, "Is that too much?" I said, He just starts to rub the bridge of his nose.
Performance anxiety.
So he doesn't really seem to like shoo you off or anything like that. So if you don't want to leave, but when you guys do get up to go, the three ladies confront you. They immediately kind of come in a boop 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 kind of, and they stand there, and they start speaking to each other in a different language. As long as you guys stand there, they just kind of like encircle you a little bit, and they're kind of looking you up and down, and they say some things to each other, and they kind of laugh, like, what you can kind of discern that what they're saying may be demoralizing.
Glad I don't understand them.
Right.
Based
you're
on
also
the
not
intonation of their speech,
Yeah.
the certain things they're saying.
Could be German. That sounds aggressive, but they could be saying nice things.
That's actually very true.
They specifically are kind of calling you, looking at you though. What's your character's name?
Darius.
Darius. Jim. Darius.
Also, it's the K. We don't know how it works.
A very long and complicated name.
The one on the end. This one has like kind of like a blue headband. She says to you. She takes her hand and she puts her finger like onto your chest for a second with kind of like a little bit of force. She's like, "You fight?"
But I have to.
You need a job?
Always.
Work for me then.
For how much?
And she turns her hand over with 3 gold pieces in it.
These groans. Like it pained him.
3 gold.
It's not very much.
This negotiation's up to you, Chief.
Yeah, it's your labor.
I'm going to sit this one out.
We have riffraff that need bouncing. You bounce?
I bounced for 10.
No good. 10. Not enough for this bounce. 3, quick and easy.
She may be asking you a very different question than the one you're thinking of.
Jeez. Yeah, that'll cost a lot more than you.
That'll be at least 12.
I can do it for 8.
Shakes her head, walks away, and says something in her own language as the 3 of them tend to turn from you and head back to their table.
It's fine, boys. Historically, 3 women have been bad for retirement.
That's very true. Look at what happened to Randolph Thor. Oh, nobody else read real time shit.
No.
Working on it.
Not ready for that.
Alright. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm open to the escort quest.
Yeah, I think we. He's a little odd, but he seems like his heart's in the right place.
May not be beating, but it's there.
And I'm very interested in checking out this Valaki place anyways.
Yeah.
Let's take Irina there, so we'll spend a day seeing what limited grey sights there are to see.
Hopefully with wine in our hand.
Well, that was a virtual guarantee. This is shockingly good. This place is a
I'm
shithole,
very
but the wine
impressed
is
about that.
amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not made of like dung or something.
Well, if it is, would you really want to know?
No.
Perfect, then
No.
don't ask.
My number 2 is number 1, man.
That's a really weird direction for you to take. I'm German and I think that's great.
That was fun.
So yeah, I think we should bop out around the town. We'll take the Burgermaster's suggestion and check out what there is to check out.
Yeah. At least we don't have to put up camp. We can
And then at night, yeah, we can hole up in an actual house
Yeah, that'd be nice. My back could use it.
for the night. I've got some plans for that.
My
I don't
back?
trust houses in this area, though.
What's that?
I don't trust houses.
Oh, how's this after
Oh,
you?
that's really fair. So the
After
first,
the last
thing,
one.
the first thing we do is we go to the basement and we look for tonsils.
Yes, let's look and see if there's a well.
Rocking chairs.
He's gonna sit in every rocking chair.
Still got
Every house is a mistake.
It's another good quote.
This does feel like every house is a mistake.
Every house is a mistake. I like it. Keep it coming.
It's a building contractor that's just like weirdly proud of doing things the wrong way.
I like being
Culty?
quotable. I like being quotable.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys are gonna kind of meander around town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna
meandering for sure.
Meander with some gusto. Yeah.
Sure.
Is there shops in this town?
Yes.
I gotta unload some chainmail.
Oh, the bathroom's right there.
No.
You go in there and I hear a clank. It's just the sound of chainmail hitting the toilet bowl. I know what I'd do.
Pretend like it didn't happen. I'd be so deep into
Actually,
denial.
that would be a really funny thing to hear happen at the Renaissance Fair. When you're
Yeah.
on that giant bank of porta potties, you just hear chainmail hit the
If
water,
there's anywhere you're
followed
gonna
by the
hear
sound
it.
of shit.
Yep.
Because somebody just dropped their whole hauberk down the
God.
hole of the porta john.
40 pounds of chicken.
Yeah, your $1,200 chainmail shirt.
God.
That sucks.
Is Anna going to be a mooch for a second? Can I steal a caffeinated beverage from you?
Yeah.
Thank you. I will owe you.
Will you bring me a
Do you like
Nos?
Malort? I know that you have it.
I
but do you
enjoy
like
it.
Okay.
I enjoy giving it to people.
Angela was in Chicago.
That's
There was a
awesome.
Malort representative there.
Uh-huh.
And they gave her a whole bunch of like stuff. And then she brought it back knowing that you liked it. So she's like, here, give this to your friend.
Aw.
And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, but he doesn't collect things from other places that he hasn't been. Because I remember you telling me that and I
Typically
gave
no.
you other stuff.
Yeah.
I said, but I'll ask him. So if you want the things,
Sure.
I'll bring it.
Sure.
They're hilarious.
I love it.
Okay.
I love messing with people during New Year's.
Here, try this.
I didn't have a bottle for this last year.
What?
I felt terrible.
You were Malortless.
I was Malortless. That was the first time I haven't had Malort at my New Beer's party.
That sounds like the
Sans
best
Malort.
possible circumstance.
What did you want me to bring in?
There's a Nos in my pull-out drawer.
Nos. Okay.
Magic.
Yeah, so kind of like a ways off into the town, you can find what looks like a little mercantile store.
Okay.
And it says in kind of like a relatively old, decorative, like old English style looking like sign that says Bill Drafts Mercantile.
Okay.
Oh, it's written in common?
Yes.
Okay.
It just creaks on some hinges. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Above the doorway there.
I didn't bring enough tea. My apologies.
No, but you know I have energy drinks.
I do. You're a very reliable supplier of my vices.
So they found a mercantile store called Bill Drafts
Bill Drafts.
with a sign creaking above it, written in an old English style kind of lettering common.
Nice.
You know.
Okay.
You can see that sparse light kind of comes out of the doorway from here behind, draping behind heavy curtains between the windows and the doorway itself. And you kind of have to lift to walk through. When you step inside, you can see kind of like an old cadre type man behind a counter, working with what looks like a Vishtani man.
Mm-hmm.
Standing behind him, another Vishtani man, watching the door when you guys walk in, as he like kind of like fiddles around with his a long sword at his hip. He sees you guys walk in and he just narrows his vision at you. He doesn't seem to nod or acknowledge you other than his gaze,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, which he does not avert it from you. He continues to stare you guys down when you walk in. And you can see that the old man behind the counter is counting out something from a sack into a sack with the rest of the Vishtani man there at the counter. The other guy's leaning over it, and seems to be counting. And then they finish up, and he buttons up what he's got, and then puts it down behind his counter. And then the two of them just leave. When the one stands up and turns around, he's surprised to see you all, and he looks at the other guy and he bashes him. And he's like, he's like, they just walked in, you know, kind of thing. And then he just kind of looks past you guys like that. Now, the one that was dealing with him has no weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
The other one did, almost as if he was like kind of guarding this
Yeah.
other Vishtani.
Bodyguard
essentially.
vibes.
As they kind of eye you up a little bit, the one guy seems to have more rings on his fingers than the other one does, and stuff, and more adornments. As you guys walk out, they walk out, you continue into the room. The old man greets you.
Bye, fellas.
Welcome. Anything I can help you fellows with?
But he makes that noise without a drink.
That's right.
Okay. What do you sell here?
So you can see on the walls are lots of mundane objects,
Mhm.
essentially. But like tools and stuff. Rope.
A tent?
Actually, that'd be kind of great. Because don't we only have one tent right now?
Yeah, that's good memory, man.
So according to the
All the
book,
way back to session
anything
1.
that's in the player's handbook that's worth less than 25 gold pieces he has.
Can I sell him the chain shirt I picked up in the statue room?
Yes, he has tents available.
Yes. Sweetie.
Alright, how much is a tent?
A tent, that'll be 20 gold pieces.
Dang.
Would you
Fancy
take
tent.
a gold ring instead?
He gets out a little scale, and he put your ring here. He looks at the little thing, and he takes a couple little weights. And he takes out some like smaller like grain, sand like in a little baggie, and he starts to kind of put it on it. I'll accept.
Alright, I'll trade one of my gold rings for a tent then.
And he'll give you a brand new tent.
Fine by me.
Most excellent. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I really need.
Say, will you take my shirt? My chain shirt?
You did well to specify.
Yes.
Bring it here.
Okay.
You set the shirt on the desk and he looks at it. Finally, relatively decent craft. Perhaps an exchange instead.
Okay.
Would you like something then? Perhaps a tent?
Actually, can I detect magic in the store?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, I'll do that.
When you is detect magic
Warlock
somatic?
spell. Concentration.
Somatic, verbal, or
What are the components?
Somatic verbal.
okay. So when you go to do your like little like hand gestures, he goes
No, don't worry. He does this all the time. This one doesn't explode.
you can see you visibly shook him.
Think you've had trouble before.
Periwinkle! Periwinkle! He shouts, and this big young man, big guy, kind of comes out behind the corner, and he's wearing armor that doesn't really fit him very well. He's got like a pot lid for a helmet, and he's got a big old club, and he steps out from the back. Yeah, Grandpa.
Oh, he's
Uncle.
adorable.
Sorry,
I was
Uncle.
just thinking that.
I was like, yeah, Uncle. Troublemakers.
Hey, little guy.
You trying to upset my uncle?
Suddenly we're in Alabama?
I think there may be more family connections besides
He,
Uncle
like-
going on here.
He comes
We are
out
in
from
hell.
behind the counter and he just kind of like squeezes out the side of the counter.
Oh
And
my
he
god, I want to
like
just box him
leans
up and
over
take him
you.
home.
We're not causing trouble, right?
Are ya?
And he kind of takes his club and just kind of rests it on your head.
It's a nice club you got there, big guy.
Thanks.
Yeah. You show me what the nicest thing in here is?
That's my club, according to you.
Okay.
Well, you did kind of set yourself up for that one.
When you look around with your detect magic on, you can't see anything magical in here.
I was going to laugh really hard if it was the club.
That's funny.
Nothing,
One shot, one kill.
nothing magical, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Say that's true, but it would have been a good play.
Just a big ass man with a big club.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would like a block and tackle, please, and I have one single gold coin, which I will now get rid of.
Block and tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pulley system. That's actually that's not even like a niche piece of gear. There are a million ways that's useful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll cost you 10 gold coins.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, like if you don't have 10 gold on you, I'll chip in for that. That actually sounds like a great idea.
Splitzies?
I have a gold ring that I could contribute.
Excellent.
Well, old man.
So starting with the gold ring,
I
because that's not as
And he weighs the gold ring again. You can get a little more for this. I would feel like I would cheat you if I only gave you a block and tackle.
Yet, it's worth 1 gold, and you want 10 times the value.
It's worth 10 gold. Isn't
It's
that
worth
what
what-
I said?
It's worth what somebody will pay for it.
It's
I'm
worth-
offering this one. Okay.
Where are you going to get one here? Besides, in my shop.
he's making a great point about supply and demand here.
Well,
I think
well,
we could probably
We might be new, but we are not ignorant. How about...
We're not new, but not that new.
this place, not this life.
Yes. What about Valaki? I think we could find one in Valaki much cheaper.
Oh, enjoy your travel to Valaki then.
Perhaps. And I roll it back. I will. Joke to it. I don't like thieves.
Thief? Hardly.
Throw my nose up at you.
Right, I might have stolen some toothpaste at some point.
Periwinkle kind of steps in between you and him.
I'm
and
sorry,
he's
is his
like,
name
no trouble.
Periwinkle?
I have my gold. He has his
Yes.
block and tackle. There's no
I have to
trouble.
write that down.
His
It
name
was
is
like
Perry. His name is Periwinkle.
Perry-
I keep thinking Periwinkle. I get him.
Periwinkle.
Wimple. Okay. Like now he has. I have my gold. He has his block and tackle. There's no trouble.
Pair of the platypus.
He pats him and he's like,
Periwinkle's a platypus.
good boy, Periwinkle. Good boy.
I'm not quite sure what the relationship is here, but it's either like charming or really weird.
It's both, I think.
Oh yeah.
Are we done here then?
For me, yes.
I'm trying to think of anything.
What do we need to trade in our shop?
Yeah, like I said,
I think it's so freaking
anything.
heavy.
Do you guys want to look at the? You guys want to look at the item list? Anything under 25 gold he has in the shop,
There you go. I had my.
but
I
he's
was looking up.
but
All I can
if
see.
you don't notice, he is charging 10 times the price.
I noticed, sir. I
Just-
noticed.
Just so you know, just so you know what you're haggling with.
Yeah, yeah. The inflation here is ridiculous.
Yeah, sorry. Let me get out this man's address.
Now I feel more appropriate. Yes.
This is what Bill Drath looks like.
The noise from earlier came from his nose. It makes sense. Yeah. Smooth operator.
Does he have any weapons or just things?
He might.
Oh.
Anything under 25 gold, but it's only on the tools list. How'd it look?
I hadn't looked up, and then I just got on shades and a clown nose, and like, is this canonically what this fucking vendor looks like?
Could be.
Dude, I hope so. With his nephew Periwinkle.
I mean, I don't know if you guys will see Bill Drath again, so you might as well look this way.
Dude, absolutely, yeah.
Says why I have the props.
I just thought it was because you were dramatic.
I'm always dramatic.
This looked like a Rick and Morty Elseworlds version of Agent Smith.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
I just want to watch a version of The Matrix where, like, nothing else about the movie has changed, but everybody has a clown nose.
That would be actually kind of fun.
Because all the dialogue is delivered so straight. and
Right.
There's zero comic relief the
Yep.
entire time, but the entire thing is the same movie with clown noses rotoscoped onto the
I'm
people.
sure we could AI that in. I'm sure that could
Oh,
happen.
100%.
Oh, I never looked at the item list that would be in the new book, actually.
Okay.
If it's any different.
I did. I didn't see anything that really leaped out, but I could pull that up if you like.
Yes. Did you see anything that you were interested in?
Just weapons wise, maybe a maul, that way I can break through walls, but
Let me see.
that's 10 gold.
Do you want your paper version, or do you want to look at my electric version?
We got,
I think that's
Oh,
we got a
yeah,
portable
he
ram.
want 100 gold
Huh?
for
I
it.
think that's worth it,
Ram.
though, being able to smash down doors and stuff like that.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
Yeah.
He does not
Portable
have.
Ram is amazing.
He does not have weapons.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. Just.
Would he have a portable ram?
Did you want that?
It's not a weapon. I mean, you could hit somebody really hard with it, but
I just updated it, so that's
It'd take
brand
2D.
spanking new.
Isn't it
Fresh
weird
out the womb.
weird that they have updates for books?
These days, I don't put anything past anything.
Yeah, Wizards is like, yeah, we updated our book. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't update a book.
Well, the old way of doing it was white out and then writing on it.
That's true.
There is a manual way.
Someone from Wizards of the Coast sneaks in here. They're like, we got a lot of books to update.
Make the print bigger. Bigger! Bigger!
Make it Comic Sans.
I want a single letter on every goddamn page.
You looked offended.
that was the last straw. A single letter on every page. Dude, I can't navigate. I'm gonna check out a book that does that. I want to go to the library and find it.
They exist. They exist.
Yeah, it's alphabet board books.
I know.
How the hell did you end up there?
I have no clue.
I'm sorry.
Somehow you're in the 1986 registry for Canada.
I don't know what I did.
The registry for what?
I don't know.
I found it. It did not take me long.
Excellent. Solid work. You said any item in the item
Any-
table from PHB as long as it's
25 gold or less is what he carries in this facility.
okay and no weaponry.
And yes, it's just gear.
And whatever it is times 10.
No, the block and tackle was times 10.
He said anything in the shop is times 10.
He charges times 10 for everything.
Oh, okay. What a hater.
Can I get a barrel?
Sure.
That Donkey Kong over here.
Well, it holds 40 gallons of liquid, which
Well,
would
you
come
see
in
these
handy
little
for me to get
model.
wine.
Who's gonna carry it? I was gonna say you couldn't carry that.
Why are you pointing at pointing at him?
The guy with the rocking
Look at
chair
me.
strapped to
Got
his
it
back.
His back is spoken for.
The rocking chair, the great sword. I like.
And it holds 4 cubic feet of dry goods, so I can sleep in it.
I'd call you a wet good, my friend.
That'll be 20 gold pieces.
Huh?
20 gold pieces,
That's
please.
fine. Here's the chain shirt.
Ooh.
As I spend in a
Yeah, he'll take the chain shirt in exchange.
Ooh, you can buy an octopus.
40 gallons of wine.
Not here.
I'm very sure you can't buy a live octopus from this man.
I don't
You
know.
never know.
Yeah.
I can make one.
It's not a
piece
weapon
of familiar.
technically.
In a weird area.
That's true. It is a very weird area,
Mhm.
and buying a live octopus, like we could get some use out of a live octopus.
Right. I'm thinking block and tackle.
Block and tackle and
Yes.
octopus. We suspend the octopus above a door and drop
Grappling
it on
hook.
someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can make an octopus my familiar.
Yeah. There you go.
That would be the worst. Like, I'm just trying to picture that being your familiar. Like,
I have it on good authority. They can last quite a while outside the water.
they can. But
Sneaky
so
bastards.
there's a, not to derail D&D too hard, but there's a great story about an octopus. I believe it was this the aquarium in Chicago.
I'm familiar.
Escape,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The escape artist
Yep.
that got tired of the spoiled shellfish it was getting
Mm-hmm.
and started returning them to the night watchman. Like he was taking
Oh
them.
no, I didn't hear that
He
one.
wasn't eating them. He was saving them up, and then he took them all out of his tank at once and put them in the room where the guy was sitting, and then went back and got back in his tank, and they didn't realize what had happened. What the fuck is that smell?
What a
And there was
fantastic
just like
way of saying no, thank you.
a small pile of expired shellfish.
Wow.
And see, the one I heard
Yeah.
was very similar to that, but it escaped its tank, and the only reason they knew something was going on is because the shrimp or whatever they had in another tank
Oh, yeah,
nearby
yeah.
was missing. They were going. It was like
He
less
was
and
getting
less and
into
less.
the other enclosure.
And they would look. They would just find water on the floor, and they didn't understand. Like, are these shrimp just getting out and walking away? So they looked at the footage, and yeah, they saw the octopus climb out of its tank, basically walk, slither, drag, whatever, all the way in, grabbed a couple of those, and went right back to his tank and ate it. And did that several times. They're very smart, creepy bastards.
Yeah, I stopped being so like blasé about eating them as part of the stir fry.
Yeah, yeah. So the squid I can still eat, but octopus I feel a little guilty.
You still want to trade that ring?
you see Resident
I'll give you
Alien?
the block and
Yes.
tackle, and then how about a
Nathan
how about
Fillion of the
this?
octopus.
Yeah.
scroll case?
Scroll case.
You just like taking
no.
whatever role, and I love it.
You folks seem like
Like,
the
I love
type
making
who would
film
carry
in
around
first
things
Yeah.
like scrolls and maps and stuff. Yeah.
No, do these people carry around scrolls and maps and stuff?
I have a map.
Hmm? Or perhaps you'd like an iron pot to cook with. Hmm?
Iron pot.
Hmm?
Or it can be a snazzy hat. Look at Penny Ripple.
That's true.
Penny Ripple.
How about a magnifying glass?
You're back to flying. That's great.
That's too much money. I don't have that. I'm sorry. Manacles.
Manacles could be good. Think if there's anything else that might be.
Apparently, sledgehammer is an item too, but apparently somehow not a weapon.
Sledgehammer is kind of a shit improvised weapon. It's not really.
Yeah, it'd be like
Yeah.
an improvised. Yeah.
I have a tavern brawler, so
Oh, that's
I'm
yeah.
proficient with
That's true.
improvised weapons.
That's fair.
That would be a very good improvised weapon.
Yeah,
Tavern
absolutely.
brawler.
I like the way you think.
You just have to kind of choke up on the shaft a little bit.
I mean, a properly made hammer would, as a weapon, would be different than a sledgehammer.
Yeah. Well, Warhammer heads are a lot smaller. These little heads.
Right? Yeah, they're not for pounding steaks. They're for pounding skulls open.
Indeed. It's a can opener, is what it is. If
I
somebody's
mean,
got
a
on
light hammer as a simple weapon is 2 gold pieces, but they're designed to take hits differently. You know what I mean? They're
it's purpose made to be a weapon.
yeah.
Yeah.
The balance in the handle and all that, and how it feels when you hold it versus
I mean,
swinging a
pretty
tool.
much every Warhammer just looks like a slightly
But if
scaled
you
up
can
clawing
use it,
armor
you
stick.
could. I mean, we could come up with stats for it.
The blacksmith shop in Frankenmuth let you make one.
Could we use a crowbar?
I have a crowbar.
Oh,
I
Oh,
think
you have
that.
one. Okay.
Yeah. I think I have. No. Do I have a crowbar? Like, I'm not playing one of my roguey bards.
A ladder could be useful. Do we have a ladder?
We're also going to put the ladder on the
Yeah, I'll
back.
be back with the rocking chair.
Caltrops.
Oh! I would actually love to purchase a set of your caltrops, please.
You don't like D4s.
If you give me the ring,
That's actually really funny. I came from home with 2 of them.
if
I got my
you
own.
trade me the ring, I'll trade you a bag of caltrops and a block and tackle. How's that?
Sounds a little bit more
I'll
reasonable.
kick gold back your way for the caltrops, and you'll kick gold back your way for the.
I'll heal you.
You'll do the thing you're
Don't
here
fall
for.
this bullshit.
I have a vow of poverty. I'm only
knows he
allowed
has
one
to do
gold.
this.
What is that actually mechanically how that works?
No, that's my character.
Oh,
Yeah, I put that restriction on him.
that's very
Just gave himself that restriction.
wow. In a game that's very much about looting, you really
Yeah.
cut yourself off at the knees.
I understood and recognized that my god's ability was a little OP, so that was my way of balancing.
Bedrolls, place to sleep.
Yes,
Well,
bedrolls.
We've officially got 2 tents now. Everybody should have come from home with a bedroll. Did you? Did any of you not?
I have a bedroll.
Tents are big enough for 2 people.
Yeah, we've got 2 tents, 4 people. We're all good on that front. Yeah, so I would very much like that bag of like if you
You
don't
could
want
need a caltrops. That seems like a good investment for the future for you to have caltrops.
Tinder boxes to light fires.
in case I get chased through any more mazy hallways by a bunch of bullshit at once. Just
Water
Seems like a good
skin.
investment.
ninja
Think
spike
of how
bomb.
many rocking chairs you could lift with a block and tackle as well.
That's true.
Amazing.
Are we just gonna construct some kind of like elevated gantry hanging off of him so he can just dangle rocking chairs out?
You know what? That's one of many things. We
Well,
could combine them and have like a trap
It's just a shoulder frame. It's like a trebuchet arm that doesn't
Right.
swing. It's hanging off backwards at like a 15-degree angle.
we can make a caltrop catapult.
I mean, technically, any
Caltrop
catapult is an anything catapult.
That's
It's
true.
just a cup you throw whatever.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
But it sounds cooler when you
fire
say
all
it like
kinds of
that.
things out of a catapult.
A trebuchet.
Release the prisoners.
What about a sledgehammer?
Yeah, I got.
We
sledgehammer.
really should let him get his sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Get the sledge.
Yeah, if you
I'm
wanna
gonna
trade
throw in
your
a block
ring
and
for a
tackle,
sledgehammer,
add 1 gold.
How about the ring for a sledgehammer
Yeah, I can do that.
and the caltrops?
No, just a sledgehammer.
I'll kick him as a gold for the caltrops.
10 gold pieces.
That's fine with me. You take 10 gold.
wonderful, wonderful.
There you go.
I still need his reel though.
The black and tackle.
Yes, that
10 gold. The ring for the hammer, and then 10 gold for the black and tackle.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright.
I mean, you can try and
No.
negotiate.
Wait, don't you have a ring as well?
No. I gave it.
Persuasion?
Yeah, you can kind of persuade to lower the price
I'm going to trade something different than gold.
or intimidate.
How about knowledge? Is there something you wish to know? A task you want done in exchange? You must want something from around here. But I want to add a net to the block and tackle.
Looking for side quests.
This could be really fun.
Perry, do you need
He's just like, talk again, gnome.
Don't make me come over and lay my club on your head.
Don't make me walk over there.
You're shy. A little shy today.
Wait a sec, let me get my caltrips in the inventory then.
Perhaps another nose?
It's a bag of, yeah, okay.
How about there's a wrought silver cross over in the church. I want it.
Well, as a religious man, you know that that's going to be difficult for me to execute.
Yeah, asking the cleric to steal a cross from the church is kind of a weird move.
It may not be my god, but it is a god, and it's like this bad form if we can steal from each other's gods. You
This
know what I
whole
mean?
thing about incurring wrath.
Yeah. My god's already kind of pissed at me. If you get what I'm saying.
I guess I shouldn't say cross because Christianity are
Canonically doesn't
yeah.
exist. But sure, it's a holy symbol.
I mean, like, it wouldn't be like, you know, the cross on cavalry. It would be like
Just
like a
four
cross
arms,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
As
like
opposed to one longer.
Celtic? Like a
time.
Celtic
Yeah.
cross? But I still have to steal it from a church.
That's right.
Well, that's up to you guys. I can't.
I don't know. Wouldn't your god be mighty impressed if he stole from another god?
They have agreements. Unless I steal from an enemy of his, which I don't think they are.
Not even sure which deity this is. So yeah, I think
Alright, I'll try to roll persuasion, but I'm not very good at it.
we may just give the.
Because I'm running out of ideas. I'll give it a shot. Let's see what we have.
Your decision, man.
Well, I mean, I could just wait until the other place, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm just going to try it. Alright, let's see if I can find my skills. Persuasion.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Cam and Jake. Like, if you decide to do some wild shit, I'll back you 100% of the way, just because it sounds fun.
I just think having a... Okay, 16.
16 to persuade him.
Yeah, to persuade him to at least sell it at cost.
Fine. Whatever gets you the hell out of my store. If you're not gonna help me, just take it.
I'm gone. I flick him the cold coin, grab the block and tackle, smile my big ass at you folks, and get my ass out of there.
Time to go.
Perry.
Yeah, actually, Perry,
Hi.
it was very nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
You remind me of the one character from
Come get
Disenchanted.
I was trying to think, like,
Disenchanted.
what is that character?
Enchanted.
I can't
my
remember
God.
his name, but
Hope to see you again
Matt
soon.
Groening's fantasy series.
yeah. It got weird, but it was good. It was good.
That was weird from the start.
I think the best fantasy thing that Groening ever did.
Futurama.
Well, I mean,
Sci fantasy.
Futurama, sure, but
Yeah.
specifically the D&D Futurama movie.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
it just comes down to us, dragons in a dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, look over there. Is that a hobbit? Nope, that's a hobo and a rabbit, but they're making a hobbit.
So good.
It probably would have been like a silver sun symbol.
Ah. I had no idea who my god hates. I didn't want to incur any further wrath and set you up for something.
You should set him up for some things.
I would set you up with so much.
I was trying.
I figured you were. Desperate adventurers with their block and tackle needs.
You want that block and tackle? You're gonna suffer for it.
You know I need it, man. I need a fix.
I need my block and tackle.
Block and tackle fix. Add that to my items. And anybody in the party can use this, by the way. I got it for us. It's not just
The block and
exclusively
tackle?
Yes, yes. So anything that we could use this for, whether it's floating gnome or lifting chairs or whatever, we can do it.
So I will be floating.
We're just gonna. No, I don't know if we need to suspend dwindle from the ceiling. Well, we couldn't get an octopus, so we went with the next best thing. We just soaked the gnome in grease.
There we go.
Right?
There we go. The symbol of Lathander.
Of who?
Lathander.
I knew it was Lathander.
Lathander.
That smug prick.
God damn it, Lathander.
Yeah, goddamn it, Lathander. The great. Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys have gone. So you guys have left the Bildrath's Mercantile. Down the road a ways, you can see an old woman walking outside of a home, and a man and woman following behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And all you can hear is, "Thank you so much, thank you, thank you, thank you." And she goes to this little cart with all these little like doodads like hanging off it that like make noise and stuff like that. But there's like a really enticing smell coming from this cart.
Like
almost as if she's like peddling food.
Oh.
And this old lady, she kind of steps down. She goes. You can see her like smiling and gesturing at these people, and she says something that's kind of hard to make out from here. But these people are just like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you," and you just make perception checks really quick.
It creeped me out that the music was like on a crescendo as you were describing the food. 21.
21.
17.
16.
8. 17. 16.
8.
21.
21.
I'm sorry, not you. But you can hear her say, "I'll be back tomorrow for the payment, of course. So don't worry about it now. Just enjoy, dearies." And she hobbles over to her little cart, and she gets on the front end, and she just starts to kind of push. Cause like it just makes all these like little noises, like kind of like wood pipes kind of clanking together.
Yeah. Can I see if I can spot what's on the cart? Like, do I identify what's on the cart?
With the perception check that you did have,
Yeah.
while it doesn't seem like she has anything on the cart, it might be something that's in the cart, but it's.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a sales cart where it's on display. Okay.
But it smells good.
I'll pass everything on that I figured out for those that didn't get it.
Something that smells good is in the cart.
But what? And why are they willing to get something today for payment tomorrow? It seems odd.
I like hamburgers.
Wow, Wimpy.
Wimpy!
Dude.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a burger today.
Yeah, well, they've got fucking affirm plans for everything now.
Yeah.
That's true. You're gonna have to start taking them out for DoorDash.
That's true.
Yeah, the pay later culture that's developing is absolutely terrifying.
It's terrifying with a capital T, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I used to love layaway at Kmart. No more.
Like, if,
don't.
if there's
I
an
hate-
installment plan that allows, like, a zero interest, like, just break this up into 4 payments or something like that, because Amazon does that. I'll do that sometimes for a big ticket item, but, like,
Pay interest.
you
on-
can,
yeah.
if you're gonna pay, like, 18% interest on, like, a new phone charger.
Right. No thanks.
Nah, dude, I'm good.
That adds up fast.
Yeah, and yeah, and,
Anything
and
out
you,
of
it
those
doesn't
single
and there's
digits
no
is
age
no-go.
restriction on any of it.
Which is predatory, it feels.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Still some more meat.
Predatory.
Let me steal some meat.
come over here, steal your own meat. That is Kip Miller meat.
Made for real
Kip
kid
Millers, yeah. That's why we haven't seen Zach.
Oh boy.
or have we not seen Zane and Zach has become Zane?
Highly unlikely.
I asked Zach. I said, I don't know which one of us is the dominant twin, because when one of us dies, the other one either sucks up their soul or the other one just dies with them.
Oh,
I don't know which one. So
I think it's a Highlander situation
I was
where you
gonna
get
say
struck
it's
by lightning.
probably you, because you could eat Zach for the protein and not come down with the shits, like physically. I don't know, like spiritually who's the dominant twin. I still feel like that's you. I've known you guys for long enough to make that determination.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I keep forgetting how good your meat is. I'm glad you remind me every once in a while. This is freaking good.
You're welcome. Anyways.
I remembered all winter.
So she starts to push the cart away, going down a bit. So as she continues down, if you watch her for a while, I don't know what you guys are planning to do. Are you gonna go up to her, or are you gonna just watch her for now?
I'm content watching.
Okay.
Robber, personally.
As she continues down,
Let's not. Do we have a, what?
We
What
have
the
an
fuck?
evil gnome, man.
Did you hear him?
somebody opens up, a door opens up nearby, and she looks over, and this man steps out, and he kind of like tries to beckon her to come over, and she opens up this cart, and she reaches in, she pulls out what looks like a pastry, and she walks to him, and she doesn't get like super close to him. She like kind of stays out of the doorway ways, and you can see she's like kind of saying something to him, and he just goes like, and she goes, like he doesn't have any way to compensate, and she starts to walk away. He lunges at her, and he starts to like try and just take the pastry from her, and she just starts screaming and yelling like as this happens, and he like knocks her down, and he grabs the pastry, and then he runs inside the house, and she's just laying on the ground like she's like kind of dizzy a bit, and she kind of starts to get up a bit.
Some great pastries.
Yeah, we're addicted.
She starts to get up a bit, and she kind of she just kind of goes over to her cart, and she doesn't seem to be like sobbing or upset or anything like that. She just kind of goes to her cart for a minute, and she just kind of looks like she's contemplating something for a brief minute.
Ma'am, are you okay?
How far away are you?
I kind of yell a little bit. We're a ways away, because I didn't approach her.
And she turns up, and she looks over, and she sees you. Hello, dearie. I'm fine. Just an eccentric.
Okay. Have a good day.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm good.
Any of you prepared to detect Swamp Witch?
Yeah,
I'm
not
hungry.
bad.
He's always hungry. Tell you what, Jim, you can be our crash test dummy for this one.
That's good.
One thing I appreciate about you and your playstyle is you love driving the story forward, and I respect that. I respect that.
And that's what I appreciates about you, Miss Katie.
Letterkenny Rivers just didn't expect that.
Yeah, good stuff.
She so you come on over, and you can smell the scent of this pastry cart. Well, is this your first time in Barovia? You
Yeah.
can tell she kind of has this like sweet granny kind of look to her. Like, she's kind of wearing like some pretty like heavy clothes to keep herself warm. Everyone calls me Granny. If you don't mind, you could just call me Granny too. Perhaps you'd be interested in trying a pastry then.
What's the deal with these pastries?
I make them myself, and not very many people, in fact, make food around here. It's very hard, you see, for some families in order to eat. But would you like one? She
What's it up?
reaches up. Oh, I have many different types of pastries. I have meat pastries, and I have carrot pastries, and I have pie pastries. There's so many different things out there, but hard to find. Some of these things are in Barovia. But you know, we're a bit abundant in things like wolves. So, and she takes out a pastry. It's a pretty good sized pastry. She sets it down on the in like a little bowl for you, and she brings it over to you.
How much you want for it?
Oh, young man,
The first one you can just try. If you don't like it, I understand.
The first one's always
I
free.
just don't think, I think you've just encountered some kind of Barovian drug dealer.
Well, thanks, Grandma.
Peruvian drug dealer.
She hands it to you.
I'll take it. I'll tell her thanks.
Yes, of course, of course. Enjoy. Well, I have some more sales to make. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you need me, I'll be here tomorrow too, wandering the streets, meeting all the young, hungry families.
Take care.
You too, sweetheart, you too.
I am sweet, that's true.
She starts to push her wooden cart. Go.
Is she out of earsight?
If you stand around and wait long enough, she does eventually
Alright.
kind of disappear.
I'm standing here watching him
Yeah,
very carefully.
I'm looking at you too. I'm like, I got my healing spell ready.
All right. We're all sure this is drugs, right?
Yeah, there's something in this.
Drugs or did we catch her name on the way out?
Grandma.
Oh,
Granny. She
yeah.
said, "Just call me Granny."
Okay,
she
well,
said.
Mrs. Lovick.
Everyone else
meat
does.
pies down the street. I think.
I've heard of a barber that did that once.
You're Mister.
Something similar.
Try the prince.
He was on Fleet Street, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Good guy, good guy.
The closest shave you should ever know. Yeah, it was
Very
same.
good.
I'm,
They did
I'm
a
actually
great
gonna
job.
watch that
Yeah.
tonight.
They did a great job with that
I
movie.
saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any way we can detect anything on this weird meat pie?
I was
an
an idiot. I don't have detect
Magic.
evil.
Is
I don't
this-
have detect evil ready, so I was
Well-
trying to do it on the witch, but I couldn't.
I
How-
detect magic.
How long does detect magic last? Is it like a single ping in whatever location you're in?
No, it lasts for an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah.
10
So he would be able
Oh,
to
10
detect.
minutes. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but still long. I would
Yeah.
say.
I think we're probably fine there because we didn't spend 10 minutes of in-game
I'll
time in the
give it
shop.
to
We
you.
spent a
I'd
lot of
say
time bullshitting.
I'd say we can finagle it, but yeah, we'll say your detect magic still is active.
Alright.
Okay. Anything?
You didn't detect anything magic on Granny, and you didn't detect anything magic within the pies.
So the ingredients may be suspicious, but at least they're not cursed.
Is it suspiciously delicious?
Well, that's the
Magically
problem.
delicious.
The man was going to shove her down his tank of meat pie. Was it just that he's starving, or is there something up with this meat pie?
Look,
Who's got the highest constitution?
Surprise.
who do you think has the highest constitution? It's probably him.
It smells really good. It's cold because it's been made for a while, but
14 constitution, truthfully.
Same.
I have 14 constitution.
We all have 14 constitution.
Wow.
How is that possible?
so you should all split it.
That's a non-starter for me, dog. I do not want this meat pie in my mouth.
Yeah, I took the glass. All right, I took the spit glass, so I did my part.
Yeah, I'll eat this cursed
You
meat
did that
pie.
intentionally.
Let's do
You weren't
this.
doing your part for anybody. You just
Well,
took
I
the
can
spit
use
glass
it as
voluntarily.
leverage and say I did it.
I also have 14 constitution, yeah.
Really? We are all 14. That's
Wow.
funny.
That's
That is
What
That
does
ended up
that?
being everybody's middle of the road stat. That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's great.
Even the fight.
I think everybody likes high con though.
Mm-hmm.
Bards just have a very low hit die. Unfortunately.
The 14s. That's your team name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just eat the cursed meat pie.
So yeah, you take your first bite. It's very good. You're like, whoa, actually this isn't bad.
Probably made out of wolves and children.
So you continue to eat it.
Straight out of the wolves, fucking give me a piece. I need to
It kind of
exact
makes
some
you
revenge.
like when
Those
you
kids
when
are
you start
dicks.
eating
They
it,
took
you're
a bite
like,
of me
this
first.
is,
What kids
you
were
could
dicks?
really like eat,
Those
you could
kids.
probably almost eat like the whole
What
thing.
kids?
It's like that good.
The
Oh.
kids.
This
Those-
is great,
those
guys.
kids
I don't
are
know
very
what we were
nice.
worried about.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, it's really good.
Which one's better, the
Plus,
pie or
this
the
pie
wine?
is definitely not made of
Definitely
ghost
the pie.
The
children.
pie. Interesting.
The non-corporeal, the ghosts, by definition, you just bite into it and ectoplasm oozes down your face, you can be very upset.
That's the love it's made with.
Ew.
That's the exact same conversation me and my wife had when we first met.
Well, you were cooking suspect meat pies full of
Yeah,
ectoplasm?
and full of ectoplasm, absolutely.
Well then.
All right, well, let us know if you feel any different.
So after consuming the meat pie, you now you have like this level of vigor and energy that just makes you feel like you could just like you could almost just like do more. You have the effect as if you have the bless spell on you right now.
Oh. Well, the meat pie was definitely drugs, guys.
That's great.
Oh, fantastic! I'm gonna see if I can catch
Can
him.
confirm.
Because
PCP, pastry, cold pastry.
did you just come up with that on the
Yeah.
spot?
That's
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice. Thank you, John.
That was very good.
Impressive.
Pastry, cold pastry. I've never had a meat pie that jacked me up like an amphetamine, dude. But you know, they're putting speed in the meat pies. That actually, God, that sounds like an Alex Jones rant.
Yeah.
They're putting drugs in the meat pies.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Sugar isn't sugar, it's coconut.
I need to find out what these gay frogs look like.
All right.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna do up to this point?
Okay. Well, we
Do you eat the whole thing, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very
I wasn't sure if you
delicious.
were splitting it with.
No, it turns out it's delicious. He enjoyed it. I'm glad he enjoyed it.
Yeah. Let me make sure I got. I don't know if everything gets rid of poison.
Everything's poison.
Yeah.
Everything is poison.
It all just kills you at different
25,
rates.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I think we were gonna head over to that mansion that we have to
Yeah,
get to.
I kind
Yeah.
of like to check out the manor. We have a key to the front door, so yeah.
Yeah, and might as well get some rest before our journey to the other town.
Sure.
There's still also the castle thing.
So you guys should make your way back over to the square. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
It's beautiful.
This is why we get the key.
It's a cursed key. Whoever opens the mansion has to live in it. They're trapped in it forever.
In this economy, real life lesson.
This is the closest we'll ever get to being homeowners,
Yeah, right.
boys. Let's ride this wave while we can.
When curses become blessings, the peasants become king.
Well, we'll be the king of this giant pile of shingles and shit.
Could be shit on a shingle. Could be worse.
Incorrect, that's actually delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never had
Just
it.
basic SOS, man. It's
Yeah.
just shit beef on toast.
So who opens the door?
Not it.
I'll do it.
There it is.
Perfect.
So you
I
unlock
have a
the
magic hand.
door to the
You
mansion.
do. You do have
But
an
I
idea.
ate a meat pie and I'm feeling
And you
really good
push
right
it
now.
open.
That's true.
You push it open into a dark foyer. You can tell that somebody's living here because it's clean and not covered in dust and stuff.
Okay.
But it's quiet
Looks a lot better on the
when
inside.
you walk in.
Okay.
You can smell the scent of burning like oil from lanterns coming from somewhere in the house. So somebody is here.
Oh, somebody's actually in the. Oh!
Never
It's
told
probably-
us where Arena
it's probably
was.
Arena, yeah. So we got a chance to meet her.
As you guys kind of come into the building, the door doesn't seem to want to stay open. It just kind of wants to swing shut continuously. So as soon as you walk in, the door just go.
It seems to be common around
Yeah,
here.
cursed houses
Yeah.
everywhere basically.
Did we just do this to ourselves twice?
We're not very smart.
If I had a nickel.
Tattoo.
Yeah. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice in a week.
Right?
But it's weird that it happened twice.
Alright, well, I'll investigate. Let's see what's in here.
As you guys are kind of looking around, the door comes out open behind you, and Eastmark enters. I saw you guys come in.
Were you just watching and waiting for us to walk in
Yes,
the door? That's fair. You don't seem like you have a whole lot else going on.
I don't.
Yeah.
And he locks
I'm
the door
sorry.
behind him.
What?
Irina, we have company. And from the balcony of the second floor, a young woman in kind of like a white gown kind of leans over after you hear kind of like a door kind of shut behind her or something. And you can see this chestnut-haired woman who has a relatively like bright complexion about her, like unlike a lot of the other people here. You see her relatively pale. She's very beautiful. Leans over the side of the railing here, and she looks down upon you guys. She silently waves at you before she steps back into another room up top.
She's so friendly.
That's Irina. She's wary of strangers, and she's a little confused right now. You see, the Strahd has been interested in her, as I said. I caught him speaking to her a week ago. Ever since then, she seemed a little out of it. As you can see, the manor's seen better days. Strahd continues to send his minions every night, ravaging our walls, attacking the manor, tormenting me and my sister. Fear not. He has not yet come in to the building. And those gates seem to be holding most things at bay. They're always gone in the morning. Promise you, it is safe here. Just stay upstairs, be quiet during the night, and all should be well.
Does this house have any wards or magic that seems to be repelling these things, or is it just so sturdy that they can't break through?
I believe the Strahd is just tormenting us.
Oh,
He
But
does
he's-
seem like kind of a
yeah.
But he's after Irina. She won't let me examine her. I know he hurt her, but I don't know what happened. She's been so distant. But perhaps the sight of the four of you may encourage her to find safety in Valaki, to escape this place.
So she's not willing?
It's not that she's not willing, it's that we don't really have a... Look, it's a gamble. We'd be taking a huge risk leaving. I know, but I know it's not safe here anymore.
Will you be joining us?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? Then who's going to be the burgomaster of this
I
lovely
don't really
place?
care. Nobody cares. The Vistani can have it. Look, I just want to keep Irina safe.
How was your arm?
Ah, good. He draws his blade. I can swing a sword as good as any man out there.
Does he
Any
look-
Vistani.
Does he look like he's actually competent with it, or is he doing what you're doing physically?
That was funny.
He does look like
He's
he's
just squirming
relatively...
like Squidward.
He's skilled.
I
He
was in
doesn't
a
look
chair.
like
So I can't show off my true power. But he does seem to swing with relative ferocity. That
Yeah, okay.
indicates that he knows what he's doing.
Because like Gerhardt's not a swordsman, but he's seen a lot of swordsmen.
I would suspect that you guys have a better eye for it.
I only require one thing from you, and you have my vote. Can I see your wrist?
Pulls up his...
Can I touch your wrist? So I do. Do I feel?
He's alive.
Okay. I withdraw. I have the stats to do that. So I'm like, okay, I'm in. Because I saw him easily lift up the table earlier. The pale skin and the clammy hands. I had my suspicions, but if he's alive, then I feel better about having him join us.
Can we get some more of those meat pies before we leave?
You're going to have to chase that old
Get
lady
way
down the
off,
street.
man.
But if you're going to chase her down the street, don't make it weird.
I wouldn't buy one.
No, okay, let's.
The guy
Let's
robbing
alright,
the
so this is the
store
second
was
time I'm going to
insane.
say this to you. Let's please pull that thread. Why would you buy the meat pie? Because this guy here has already eaten one, and I'm very worried for Jim's health.
Hey, you've seen how people act when they eat them, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
They're
absolutely.
delicious.
No, people get a little stark craving over them.
I understand.
Well,
Once you pop.
it might take you a while to get over it, let's just say.
I can't help with poison, but I can help with the shapes.
She calls herself Granny, but her name is really Morgantha.
I filled some Morgantha from her.
Yeah, she looks like a Morgantha. I don't trust her. One time I had somebody report that she was taking kids from people.
Children of wolves. I
You've
called
seen
it.
her.
It was children or wolves. It
Listen,
might
if
not
you
be both.
see her in town, just stay away. All right, that's the best I can offer you. I try and warn everybody about her, but some people are just too hungry, and they take their chances.
Having known, if we ever run back into those ghost children again, Jim's not going to be able to look them in the face.
Ghost
Oh,
children.
he's gonna be gnashing his
Oh,
teeth.
yeah, you didn't get that part of the story, so I'll explain to him in detail what we went through in the Durst Manor.
I'll affirm everything he
But just
says.
like, and at the end, the entire thing popped up out of the ground like it was hiking up its skirts,
Durst
and it
Manor?
walked away on legs.
The
Not
Durst
tentacles, not
Manor
legs.
burned down in Barovia 30 years ago.
Well, you see,
Tell that to
it's,
Walter.
it's looking
Surprise.
awfully like non-Euclidean and gross and tentacly for
I
something
can
that burned
show
down.
you the remnants of the Durst Manor.
Shut up, can you?
Yes, I can. It's on the west.
Gentlemen, we've been bamboozled.
It's on the east
Okay,
side of the
hoodwinked?
city.
I'm not going back there.
Possibly even fooled.
Ugh.
Yes, I would actually love to see. Is that in between us and Valaki? Like, would we pass that on the way?
It'd be very convenient.
No,
if
it's
it
in
was
the
on
east side of the city. It's in the East District.
It's literally here.
Yes, the Durst Manor was here.
Do we have time before nightfall?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's do
we'll
it.
temporarily unlock the door, and I'm very much
Yes.
for locking it at night.
I want some closure.
Given that explanation, but I need to go see that house and possibly take a tinkle into ashes.
I've died too many times in that place.
That's true.
So he'll take you guys and you'll walk down the street. He'll take you guys all the way over here. And he'll show you the remnants of this burned down building. This is where the Durst Manor used to sit. And you can see what kind of looks like where the entry used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Looks relatively similar to what you'd seen when you were in the dirt.
Can I roll perception to make sure that I see anything and everything that would be useful?
Yeah, definitely. And you can all make perception checks if you want.
13.
Do an investigation check instead.
Investigation, sure, if you want to go into it.
That was the wrong
Specifically,
die.
if there's a basement.
Did
If
you miss
you
the
want
ground
to
too?
go into it.
Yeah, I missed the ground. 1.
Perception 14.
Perception 14.
Although if I can use
13.
investigation, it's
Yeah, you
significantly
can use
better.
investigation as well.
Sick.
Investigation.
If you want to explore the ashes.
Yeah.
It's an 8.
Um,
There's a lot of burned up
okay.
wood
So
and
how
stuff
did,
in here.
how's a 19?
Ooh, a 19.
Yeah, since it's investigation.
Yeah.
My investigation's high as hell.
Yeah, you find what looks like a trapdoor that goes on the base of the floor here that opens up.
Okay, so
If
I'm
you
not.
just moved some stuff out of the way,
Back
you
into
could
the
probably pull it up.
bowels.
Does anybody else feel inclined to go into the basement of what is allegedly the Durst Manor, given our last encounter with the innards of the Durst Manor?
After being in the ghost version of the house, going into the bowels of the corpse of said house seems less scary.
You know what? That's actually a very cogent point. I'm surprised. Yeah. Okay. Can we pry this door open and crack the seal on this
I have
paper?
a crowbar.
Perfect. We've discussed the crowbar.
Ooh, we could use the block and tackle and lower down the gnome to see what's
No.
in there.
We're not going into every suspicious hole.
But we could.
I've been in enough holes.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's well traveled and has had some very weird experiences.
Oh, but we could use the block and tackle. I could cast light on it so we could look down and see what's in there.
And we could do that with a rope.
But we could use the block and tackle.
It's
Really
his new
wants that
thing.
box.
Let him have it.
You're not lowering a load. You're literally just lighting the block and tackle and dangling
It's
on
literally a light load.
We have lantern. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Hello there. Okay. You have business to conduct, and I understand this.
Yes.
With your weird scraggly.
Okay. So you found it.
Yeah, we found a trap door that goes into the basement of what is. Does this place like match kind of the dimensions of what
You can get
seen.
you get the feeling.
This is the building.
Yeah, the burned out chimneys, the remnants of them, really indicate the exact layout of where you thought where you'd seen them once before.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is we've kind of bonded with this guy to some degree. I don't know if I want to trust
The trap.
show of hands. I'm giving this guy the horn of silent alarm and letting him stay at the surface and let us know when the sun's starting to go down and we pop back up. Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on handling
I'm going down on that
like
one.
that. That would be a good use for it, but we'd probably be better off leaving a sentry.
Yeah. Who could
Level
yell
alone.
and hopefully we could hear it. Or leave one of ours up and take him down? Is that what you're implying? Like take him with us and leave one of ours up on top to alert? To alarm?
That seems good. There's got to be another relay system that we can use. How much rope do we have? Probably not enough to snake around a
I don't
giant
know.
fuck off
That's a good
basement
question.
that's laid out
So-
anything like the OG.
From the Durst Manor,
Yeah.
the only trapdoor on the first floor was the wolf room, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just go from there.
The only other one that would probably be found that you may be able to find is the spiral staircase that went down.
Hey, what happens if I sit on the rocking chair here?
Oh, good
Burned
question.
up.
Do you sit on it?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
appear
well-
where the attic would be. And you ah! Yes.
Worth it!
No, unfortunately.
I have no rope.
Nothing happens.
I'll have to add that to my shopping list. Buy rope.
I have rope.
We do have rope, but I think we each have 50 feet of rope if we're carrying rope at all.
You guys just gonna create a rope trail back to the door or something?
Ooh, does
No,
anybody
we-
have a bell?
Bell.
You know, I don't think
think
that's
so.
in my musical equipment. That wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to be carrying around. Holy shit.
He's like, I have a bell.
I have a bell.
I actually have a bell. So we have rope and a bell, so I want to tie the rope to the bell.
Yes.
And we can use your block and tackle
There we go.
that way. So we're going to set up basically a notification system down there and whatever this is.
You're
Unless
picking
we
up
pop
what I'm
down
putting
into a smaller area than we think. We'll take this down, rig it up somewhere we're very sure we'll hear it. So we can pop back up when it's time to get out.
The bell is ringing faster.
You don't even know the size of this basement. It could be really small.
Yeah. If it doesn't.
Yeah, but we
fit.
take this down with us regardless. So yeah, we're gonna clue our boy in on this and ask him if he'll be willing to wait by the trapdoor while we check it out.
With my block and tackle and your bell, we will defeat anything.
With our powers combined,
He's like
Wonder
Listen,
Twin powers.
he's like 20 feet back from the remnants, and he's
he
like,
doesn't want to go near
He's
them.
like-
Understandable. I understand your nerves completely. We've been down this road and it sucked.
We've been down
sucks
this
so
basement
bad.
and it sucked. So
he takes another step back. Yeah.
So if I can just get you to hold on to the end of this rope, okay, or at least keep it nearby, and just pull it if the sun starts to go down. Thank you. That would be lovely. That'll let us know that it's time to get out of.
Should we do
not
about
dodge,
20 minutes
whatever.
before sunset? Or do you think that'd be enough time? An hour?
Get out of the Faerun equivalent of dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 minutes before sunset, give it a ring.
Yeah.
Give it a pull.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Snazzy. Okay, and with fully freed up spell slots and full health, we venture down the hole.
Okay.
And hopes. Don't forget hopes.
So it smells like a burned out building down here.
Okay, like a ladder or anything like that.
You guys are
Things to
in
get
the
down.
dungeon. Right in here.
Oh, we actually popped back down into. It's laid out the same.
You guys are in the dungeon.
Do we
Okay.
go face the flesh shambling again?
Manny's gents.
I didn't get to fight it last time.
That's
got
actually
FOMO.
true. Okay, so we've descended down a ladder into that dungeon area. So,
Well, at least we know that if somebody goes onto the pedestal, they can't leave unless.
yeah, true.
At least we have that knowledge.
Okay, so here we are, boys. So we're back in dungeon mode. Order of travel here, same for
Same.
the last go round. Yeah.
Do we remember where the loot was down here? Because that might not have been already looted.
Well, that was
the ricks are in the way. There we go.
The altar?
where was it? No, the jewelry box wasn't in the altar. That's what had most of the goods, and then there was the book, which was
You
upstairs.
can see the chained up cultist skeleton is down here
Oh, the gold.
So they
ring was on
did
that?
sacrifice it to somebody.
with no ring.
Oh,
So it's like a mirror, you think?
I wonder if. Oh, this could be a time thing. But we went back in time, and what we did then affects this now. Or it could be that somebody had already robbed the place.
Check out that corner where you took a shit. Oh my god, you guys! My shit! You're so proud.
Somebody put up a glass case and a sign around it that says "Real Adventurers." Yeah,
History.
it is real adventure hours, my guy. Yeah, so we're down here and we've found the pile of shit in the corner, and
Let's see if the items are there. If the items are there, then we know, because nobody took any of the items.
Not
So-
from the alcoves, yeah.
Yeah, so let's check the alcoves. If the items are gone, we know it was robbed. If the items are there, then we
Yeah.
might be dealing with a time situation.
yeah, fair play. Let's go.
Is a hag tooth, a rock feather here?
Nice. Good notes.
Yeah. Okay. So the consensus we all bop through into the
Bop over into there.
trinket
A
room.
reeking smell comes from that other doorway, the one with the slant going down to the water.
Oh boy.
Well, if we killed the shambler in the past.
Yeah.
It is pitch black in here. Those of you who are down here, you need a light source to be able to see.
I have dark vision.
Light on the sword, as per usual.
So when you walk in and look around at these spaces, you can see that all of the trinkets are still there.
Oh, time plot.
Let's grab him.
So that carcass is probably rotted, but I don't think there was anything else in here worth taking because we've already taken it.
Is this dragon silver?
So yeah, is there anything good in the alcoves?
Well, we got the hag tooth, rock feather, some hair, a wine bottle, a sun mask.
Hey, you wanted the mask.
I kind of did.
A twig, a
Yeah,
needle,
the top hat and the sky blue cape.
wolfsbane, spectacles,
I could use a needle.
a skull.
Is that gonna be the next thing that you just try to use for everything? Is the needle?
I could lower him down with a needle.
He is very small.
A Nothic eye.
Not the guy.
A
No,
Nothic
Nothic
eye.
eye.
Oh, not the guy. I thought you said not the guy.
I'm not the guy, yeah.
But the
What
dragon.
is a Nothic eye?
Dragon silver. I can't
A
remember. what that
Nothic is a intelligent wizardy creature who he's kind of like they're kind of like magical secretaries.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll. If nobody else wants it, I'm gonna try and pluck the needle and see what happens. I attempt.
I mean,
to
you
pluck
guys
the
can
needle.
touch and mess with them, and nothing seems to.
Oh, I'm
occur.
messing with that needle, man. I'm just.
I'm gonna
messing.
hold on to that hag tooth.
Sure. Put it in your inventory.
Needle.
The scent of this rotting stench from the
Yes, Nothics.
from the chamber is you were literally talking to me about a Nothic a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
I'm like, that's right. There was that stupid Nothic that they don't know the common tongue, and it was supposed to talk to my players. And since it didn't know the common tongue, it just was like screeches in their heads, because none of them knew Undercommon. And so they ended up fighting the thing, and it like almost killed my whole party.
You got the
Wow.
mask?
Hmm?
You got the mask?
Are we actually picking stuff up from here?
I'm totally
you
here on
want
the
to.
needle.
Okay, fine, sure. I'm gonna pick the mask up because I talked about it previously, and I have expectations to fulfill. But like, I'm not gonna put it on. That seems like the wrong move.
Right, but you still have it, and that's what matters.
Just consciously, yeah, I do still have the mask.
Are you taking anything, Darius?
I'm putting it on Dwindled in his sleep.
What? No, just
Shut up.
you gotta work on your whispering, man.
I said I'm
What
going
the-
to teach Dwindle to count sheep, duh.
Oh,
What about that well with that shiny thing that you tried to go down before?
screw that.
Did you actually get the shiny?
Well, we don't have to,
There
because
wasn't a
we have
shiny
rope
thing.
and a block and tackle.
Yeah, we have a block of tackle.
That was the tongue. You tried to
That's a
tongue
solution
me.
to all of our problems.
You don't have to touch it with your hands. We have a needle.
I'm just gonna fire a blast out there.
Just on the off chance.
Alright, you said there was a
Okay,
feather of some sort?
Rock.
Yeah, a rock's feather.
I'll take that as well if nobody minds. I
Like
could
a
use that as
really-
a thing to write with.
But it wasn't a rock.
It was a rock
Feather.
feather.
B-52s.
Mhm.
Good reference.
Is it a good reference?
Yeah.
Hey,
Family Guy made a reference, and now it's not really a good reference
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
do you mean a rock lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death to America and butter sauce. To be fair, if I were in Iraqi from that time period, I'd probably also.
So are you guys just messing around in here then? There's a staircase that goes up here, and then there's that dip that goes down into the pool.
I don't want to fight a broom again.
We're not going up.
Yeah.
That
I'm
house
fine.
is gone.
Yeah, I'm fine with being down here. We've already established there's likely a temporal situation going on. I'm just trying to think if there's any opportunities that we missed. Yes, there's one. There's one that we missed. The bullseye lantern.
I thought you picked it up.
No, he got the other one. He had one. Zane had pointed out earlier today that there was a bullseye lantern that we left down there because I thought it was cursed. So I'm going to try to get the bullseye lantern, which was
Back up the stairs.
up the
and then-
stairs.
No, I'll
It
go
just
with
goes
you.
into
Okay,
the.
upstairs.
It just goes. It, well,
It goes into the,
you remember,
like, the
right?
dungeon or the one household area, right? Like this
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
We could go back to the corpse room.
Underneath the monster can.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
Okay.
it
Look,
was.
as long as we're already
That's not
over
too
here, I at least want to take a look down the ramp into the pool room.
Alright, you get my back with the
So it
lantern, I'll
goes-
get you back there.
Yeah.
Down,
Yeah.
and unless you go down yourself down into the bottom of the ramp, you can't see into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, without the whole party's willingness to get into whatever's down there.
When you look over top of it, that water that was down there originally has all kind of like, most of it's kind of gone and it's turned into like sludge.
Oh, it's evaporated?
Yeah,
You,
you can see it's. That's probably why it smells so bad.
I wonder what that sludge is.
whatever's in that water in the
Yeah.
first place. Yeah. Nope, that's a hard pass for me, dog. Let's go
Child blood.
upstairs. Yeah, 100%. From how many sacrifices you just soaked into that?
One, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
They
They
don't
fucked
just
up.
allow a regular feather, so I'm just gonna pick a feather and then that'll be what it's for.
Sure.
Okay. Just to, so nobody thinks I'm like.
You can write quill.
I have a quill. I don't. I want to keep a feather as a back. Back.
I see.
Okay, I'm good.
It's 9:30.
Well, how are we feeling, gang?
What do you guys
Well,
want?
how are we feeling, DM?
Yeah, it's
You
really up to you. If you're good, I'm good to go a little bit further. Oh, fair enough.
He's got a rack of them just waiting,
I had NOS already. I'm ready to go.
all jacked up on Mountain Dew and ready to scrap.
Pretty much, I'm set.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight.
Oh, fair.
Shouldn't have drank that NOS.
That late at night, dog.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
I'm a bad influence. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You went over there, and I was like, that sounds nice. You know what sounds bad?
That was the equivalent of the meat pie. You know
More
that, right?
energy
This is
drink.
blessed.
You're right.
Just bumping in your 30s.
I just got meat blessed.
meat blessed.
I just
sounds so
got meat
bad.
blessed.
I got meat blessed.
He
sugar
blessed me
pie.
with his meat.
I meat blessed your sister, correct?
So what are you guys gonna do?
I know I'm interested in the bullseye lantern. I
Alright.
think that might be useful.
So when you head back upstairs, it's caved in.
Oh.
Okay. Is it
It's
something we could
You
feasibly
can
move, or does it
see
look like?
that the support beams all burned up
Yes.
Okay.
and have
To be-
caused it to cave in.
To be fair, the only part of the house that's like, is it completely raised like to the ground? That we saw that from above.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't go upstairs. There is no upstairs.
Went through the trap door.
You guys went through a side, like that side trap door area. This is like, it goes
That was first
down.
floor.
But
yeah,
you guys
you're
are
right. You're right.
you guys are kind of in a relative.
Yeah, there is no first, second, or third floor.
The rest
building
of
anymore,
the
it's just
the
basically-
rest of the catacombs is just gone.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so this is the only area left.
Yes.
I'm going to count my steps and direction using my quill and parchment,
Okay.
the other side of the map, to our way out. So I say, oh, well, blast, good idea. Start writing down how many steps it takes to get from there and when I turn direction. I'm writing that down as we leave.
Well, okay then. Yeah, I mean, if we're leaving, there isn't really anything, and I'm not going into the blood bucket.
No, heck no.
Personally, I'm not getting that
I'm not
close to
interested in
it.
that either.
You know you'd be the one that was submerged in it up to your armpits, bud. We
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're just a little.
And you hear it ding 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 ding.
Oh, time to go.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
Time to
ding.
go regardless.
Time to go.
Out.
Ding,
Let's go.
ding.
Out. Tally ho!
I don't
Gang
know.
out.
What's on that little island over there?
You want to go check it out?
You already found out.
Jim, no.
That's what woke up the flesh beast.
So Jim jumps down into the mud.
Oh my
I can just jump over to the island.
That island in the center.
Yeah.
Okay. So this comes
Is he just gonna take a
down
flying leap?
here, and you have to like go. It comes down, and then you can crawl through. Not
Gotta
crawl
go through the
walk
water.
through. And you're walking through this like mud, sludge kind of stuff. When you walk into this room, it's as if, are you carrying a light source?
Yeah,
I have it
the
on my sword.
Okay. So it opens up into this room with a dais in the middle here. You can see what looks like a balcony up above. That kind of like is embedded into the wall-ish, but like doesn't seem like there's any like way to get to it. There's these steps that go around the area, and then a chain, and then a alcove in the back here with no, where once was a gate lowered is raised. You can see a giant heaving pile of refuse in the back end.
It's heaving? Like it's physically moving?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a trap!
Why?
You-
Why?
On this dais is a white pedestal with a white cloth on it in a bundle.
The bell was just ringing,
Yep,
and this is ominous as hell. Can we please...
We can come back tomorrow.
for tomorrow.
If you really want to do this, let's come back tomorrow. Because if we get our ass kicked down here, and then we have to come up and fight the denizens of the dark, that's not. I don't know if we're gonna be all right.
No, time to go. Is there any way for us to, like... He's way higher strength than all of us, but can the three of us together physically drag him back up the hole?
I can use suggestion.
You're gonna attack your own party member?
No.
Just a spell.
Yeah, that's still an
No,
attack.
if he wants to go in there, I'm not gonna stop him. But I'm telling him it's a bad idea.
What do you do?
Fine,
We can
we'll
come back tomorrow.
You don't have to follow peer pressure,
Oh,
Darius.
go
That's
back
not.
tomorrow.
You want to be one of the cool kids,
Alright,
don't you?
make an athletics check to climb out.
Trying so hard.
18 plus
Ooh.
a lot, I imagine.
Well, okay, I guess. Maybe. So you
My
climb
hand
out.
reaches up from the muck.
Yeah, your boots are kind of covered in this gross mud.
You wipe those before we go into the house. They gave us a key. We gotta
It'd be nice.
respect the scare B&B.
Scare B&B's one. That's good.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you're back.
Yes.
It's getting dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that
going.
is why
Let's
you
go.
rang the bell.
And the
Thank
fog is starting to creep in.
you. And time to go.
Yep.
I
Gather our
respect the
things
fog. Let's
and-
get.
Get out.
He just drops the rope. You guys like undo your
Yeah.
setup?
That's why I said I gather the things. I want to make
Okay.
sure we got all of our stuff.
Got it.
Yeah, now we know that it's, if we do decide to explore that further, it's just that little chunk of it.
Right.
So, yep. Alright, and we're back up in town. We're gonna head back to the manor and fort up and hopefully get a good night's sleep.
Oh, the best night's sleep.
Strahd like knocking at the window or something for some reason.
Hey
He's like, is that girl there?
You up?
He's throwing rocks at her window.
Yeah,
She's-
it's a real
and all
home.
she's going is, ah! She's just screaming.
He's
I
got a-
just love you.
He's out there with a boombox just playing evil demonic chanting.
Basically.
I'm all snuggled up with a smile on my face. It like reminds me of home.
Straw in my head.
I brought you a minstrel.
I didn't take
And he
that
just throws the
language,
body
but,
on the
like, I
ground.
think- Is that careless whisper in abyssal?
You guys head inside the mansion, and when you do, he locks the door shut, and you can see Eastmark is like he's pounding some wood over top of one of the windows. He's like, quick, help me board these up. Quick, come on.
How did they become unboarded?
We're
I
just-
help them.
No, it's just, the iron doesn't seem to work all the time.
The iron.
The iron over the windows, iron grates over the
Oh,
windows.
I see. Okay.
They have no glass anymore, so he's just covering it up.
It's exactly like Call of Duty Zombies.
Quick, get that big wardrobe and shove it in front of the door. And you can see
That's
where the
all we
wardrobe, you can see that the wardrobe just gets moved every day.
See the trail?
There's a groove in the floor. Yeah.
It's pretty heavy and it's full of rocks.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
This is how I stage and shape.
You know, I got some mistaken.
That's why he's so strong. Yeah, good
I got a
point.
mistaken impression earlier. The house was safe as is, but like we got to wardrobe it.
Yeah.
So after a while, it's getting dark, and the lights from the lanterns and stuff are kind of keeping everything aglow down here. And he picks up one of them and he whoosh, shuts it down. He's like, "Upstairs, let's go." And after a moment, you hear a woo, like a howl of a wolf off in the distance. He's like, "Oh my God, it's early. Just let's go upstairs." When you guys get upstairs, at the top of the staircase, in a coffin, is a man, just laying there, and he looks like he's been dead for a few days.
Okay, so quick question.
Are you gonna pull on that thread?
No, you need to explain the existence of that thread to me real quick.
This is my dad.
Why is he still here and dead in a box in the middle of the atrium? I don't
have anybody to help me take him to the church.
We could do that tomorrow.
I would love that.
We will 100% help you bury your dead father.
Irina hears you guys talking, and she opens the door, and she steps out, and this beautiful visage of a woman comes out and she seems
Without
to
even
have
thinking about it, the top hat comes
worn.
off.
She seems to be wearing some sort of like very nice looking like armor, and she's like has a sword too with her, and she steps out. She's like, "You would help us with father?"
Yeah, it's the least we could do.
She's not going to be a problem tonight, is it?
He isn't. No.
Just checking.
His poor heart couldn't handle the constant onslaught of the creatures that Strahd sends at us.
I can see this being
Really
very stressful.
Bad place to live.
Right, if you got a bad ticker, this
Yeah.
is kind of a shit living.
My brother has taken on the role of burgomaster because of his passing. He's passed away 3 days ago, you see. If you could safely take my father's body to Donovich over at the church, I would gladly do what I could to aid you. Irina, these gentlemen are going to take you to safety. What safety, brother? There's no safe place here. Valaki, dear sister. You could have walls. You could have a safe place, guards. She's like, there's no safe place in this land. None. Please, sister, you don't understand. It's just been getting worse. It's been weeks and weeks, and he's been outside, and he's been sending his minions, and it's just been bad. And look at you. You don't even look like you've been sleeping. I don't even know. I feel as if I don't even know who I am right now. Everything's such a blur. And then she reaches and touches her neck with her hand. I need to go. And she heads into her bedroom.
May I roll perception?
Mm-hmm.
16?
16.
You know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for.
You can see what looks like 4 holes in her neck.
Bastards. Okay. I don't say anything just yet, but once I'm out of the range of the brother, I let the party know what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we know what the form of assault was.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. I didn't. By D&D canon, does that make her a vampire as well? No, she's not. She's not
turned.
sired. She's
Yeah.
not turned or anything. But
You can make a Arcana check, or a Nature check, or a Religion check to determine
okay,
how
Just needs-
vampirism
I'm gonna
works.
leave.
Garlic and vampire dust. That's all it is. That's all she needs.
Could be.
Imagine Strahd von Zarovich being weak to garlic.
That's how you cure vampirism in
Skyrim.
Skyrim,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've always stayed the vampire, so I never knew that.
Yeah. Don't cure the vampirism. It's
Yeah.
actually kind of awesome.
Awesome.
It's a
being vampire.
really, really good
Did
ability.
you guys ever play Skyrim VR?
Yes.
No, I want
So
to.
I modded the
so
shit
good.
out of it with
Yeah.
Wabajack. You probably did the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you get like the frick hands-on mod and stuff like that makes it work a little more like Blade and Sorcery. It's very fun to play, but you get out of your level depth really quickly if you're used to fairly like symmetric games like that. where like because you get a radiant spawn, the Helgen start for whatever reason is just incredibly broken and it doesn't work, so they just spawn you in wherever. You
So
can
if you're
choose-
trained,
you can choose your start location, but you can end up out of your depth really fast because I got hit by a bandit chief so hard that it bounced me off the floor and stuck me into the ceiling.
nice.
Wow. Yeah,
That's too funny.
it was with a Warhammer overhand shot.
Oh, that must have been horrible in first person.
It was so
Flying around.
I don't ever get motion sick with anything, but that was kind of disconcerting.
Your cat doesn't sound so good.
Yeah, he needs his medicine.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Yeah.
You got like a cat inhaler or
Why would you want to inhale a cat?
some kind of? Some of them smell good.
Poor guy. Is it a buildup of mucus?
Yeah, Zane, you actually have the setup basically for Skyrim VR. You got the nice gaming computer, you got the nice headset. You can do it.
I should do it.
I want. If I'm gonna do VR, I want one of those things where I can run in place.
Oh, the
The
Omni
sliding.
terminals,
Yeah.
the Virtuix Omni. They're not the only ones that do it, but they're the ones that do it the best.
Mhm.
So I'm not as arsed
Fine.
about the Omni because like I have enough space in my living room. I'll move the coffee table up to the wall and just
Oh,
open up the
okay.
whole floor. So I play a lot of Blade and Sorcery in there, so I can actually lunge and like use.
Right. That's what I would want to do. 'Cause it would help my fat ass stay in shape, you know. And like,
Yeah,
I think that would be good for me.
dude, playing that game for like an hour is actually a really good workout.
there was this woman. She
You
had,
take
she
it
was a
really
YouTuber,
seriously.
and she started playing Skyrim and did
Mhm.
like different challenges and stuff. And she lost a shit ton of weight and
Oh,
gained
yeah.
a lot of endurance just by doing that.
You
And
will
she
just
streamed
do
it. It was
just
kind
like
of cool.
basic low level cardio all the time.
Right.
So changes lives.
Okay.
Yeah, just Beat Saber before you work out.
Who
again.
has
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to go.
who has one of those three things trained?
I do.
You can only
It's
roll
definitely-
it if you're
It's
trained.
definitely
I rolled
clear-
it, but I rolled a
it's
one.
gonna have to be him.
So it doesn't matter what I do.
Is Arcana, Nature, and what?
There's Arcana, Nature, and
Oh, she's a fucking vampire now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you. Could be.
I don't
You're
know
not
those
sure how it
trained.
works,
That would be pretty.
but you're
funny.
wary.
If that's
Okay.
what's
Okay.
You're. You know vampires exist.
yes, I do. Because I remember I did that on the other guy, the first one we talked to, the one that you borrowed the name from.
Emil.
Yep. And that's what I was looking at the next.
Anyways.
But okay. So she's already, which explains the looks like you haven't been sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
And her memory's hazy. She's having a hard time recalling things.
So has she ever left the house?
Do you ask?
Yeah, why not?
She's been home.
It's a light up.
She's been staying home for weeks. But
Child's blankie
I-
smear just scared the shit.
I
out of me.
feel like I don't know. Some nights things are strange. She may have left without my knowledge. I'm not sure. She can't remember much.
I asked her, have you felt any compulsion?
She's in the other room.
Oh, she's in. Have you
She-
seen her eat anything recently?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
She
does
eats every day.
What does she eat?
Well, she has wine occasionally and water, and sometimes we eat like different root vegetables and things we trade through with the Vishtani, and occasionally fish and other stuff.
You've seen her ingest it.
Yes, we eat together every day.
Okay. Now,
Sometimes 3 times a day.
now I don't know this as Jake, but my character might know this. Can a vampire in D&D? And I know they do some of the old lore, like the Crossing River stuff and the Invitation stuff, and then some of the old lore they don't do. Can vampires hold things in their stomach long enough to where it looks like they ate something? Or
I don't know.
I don't know either. So okay.
If you don't know, you don't know. I
Yeah.
can't know.
Well, but I don't know if my character would know. That's why I'm asking.
Just
I
watch
don't
her
think
at
your
the dinner
character would
table.
know.
Okay, then that's fair. Okay, thank you. Good to know. I'm worried. I'm worried that Strahd may be. Have you seen her neck?
Irina? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are your feelings about that?
That's why I think she may have left the house, but she doesn't remember.
But if If
I'm not sure what's going on.
if that's the case, then there's not going to be anywhere we can take her because she may be linked.
I don't know what you mean. She's been hurt. Something bit her, or she did it to herself. I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll talk to her in the morning. I guess we need to fortify tonight.
I don't. She doesn't recall anything. She just knows it hurts. Yes. And then suddenly you guys hear boom, boom, boom on the front door.